All right, what's up, Raider Nation? Welcome to the TRU RAIDER Podcast, and we have the Raiders versus Chargers today. Rosemary with the follow salute. I'm going to tell you guys right now, and I'm going to keep keeping you updated that I am sick right now. I don't know how long I'm going to be live today. I do want to do the watch party for the whole game, but man, I'm having I woke up with a sneeze-a-thon, and it's been like that all day. I think I've had at least 6 hours of sneezing today, just almost constant. So we're going to see what that looks like. OC Nation with the Raiders. What's good, man? What's good? So I'm going to go ahead and I want to touch on this article real quick, and then we'll get into Alex with the follow salute. We'll get into the injury report and the inactives, and then by then I think that we're going to be on game time. So let's see what this looks like, man. So this is a article from just Blog Baby, but it's been all over the place, right? And this first leaked with Tom Pelissero, but this is Raiders reporter adds another new layer to Chip Kelly play calling fiasco. All right. So somehow it has only been 6 days since offensive coordinator Chip Kelly was fired. The Las Vegas Raiders haven't even played a game under new offensive play caller. You know what? I just realized I'm going to have some background noise that I need to stop. There we go. My bad, you guys. All right. The Las Vegas Raiders haven't even played a game under their new offensive play caller, Greg Olsen, yet it feels like so much has happened since the team made its second coordinator change of the 2025 NFL season. Kelly was incredibly gracious and understanding after being relieved of his duties. It didn't take long for him to come under attack. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reported that, according to his sources, Kelly was frequently botching play calls and confusing the Raiders' offense, hanging them out to dry. Reports also came piling in about the fact that it was the minority owner Tom Brady who wanted Kelly in the first place. While these felt like a bit of damage control from Pete Carroll, the veteran head coach also vehemently, dang, I've never seen that word in my life, denied Pelissero's report during Friday's press conference. So Pete Carroll was denying this report. Raiders players reportedly echoed Tom Pelissero's Chip Kelly sentiment. Simply put, nobody knew what to make of Kelly's firing and where exactly to place the blame. Obviously, the answer to that will be made clear by how the offense performs over the final 6 games of the season. But for now, the waters are murky. Sorry, guys, I'm having a hard time seeing very clearly. My eyes are all messed up from this whole sinus thing I got going on, man. Raiders 7528 finally in the building. What's good, man? All right. So, however, Raiders reporter Vincent Bosnior from the Las Vegas Review-Journal got to the bottom of things. He spoke with several current players on the condition of anonymity, and Bosnior explained why Carroll defended Kelly against Pelissero's report. Carroll may have just been protecting Kelly's reputation. Several players who spoke with the Review-Journal on the condition of anonymity said there were often breakdowns in communication when trying to get the play call in, forcing Smith to figure things out in the huddle. Bosnior also noted that Richie Incognito, who has been making his feelings about the Raiders known in 2025, reminded him that these coordinators are human and mistakes are commonly made. Incognito said that John Gruden made frequent mistakes with Derek Carr. Carr, however, was savvy enough to correct things on the fly, in Incognito's opinion, and Geno Smith has not shown that so far this season. Perhaps Smith will improve under Olsen, or perhaps this marriage didn't work out because neither party was skilled enough to make a difference. It's nice to have a bit more intel on the situation because a person like Pelissero is so far from the building. Bosnior spends his days at Raiders HQ, and he spoke with several current players that indicated Kelly may have actually been at fault for the team's issues. Fans hope so anyway. And I've been talking about how the biggest problem is Chip Kelly, but he's not the only problem, right? Biggest problem is Chip Kelly, not the biggest problem. But where's this image? Let me pull this up real quick. So there's another report that came out, and I'm not going to cite this one, right? But It says that defensive coordinators likened the Raiders' offense this season more to Shane Waldron's offense with the Seahawks in 2023, Carroll's last year with Seattle. This was from Ian Rappaport. Kelly's trademark creative runs out of the shotgun had been dramatically limited. Instead, the blend of Seattle and Las Vegas schemes tilted far toward the under center zone scheme Carroll favors. And so it looks like there's being shots fired in both directions. They're pointing at, well, Chip Kelly's the major problem, and this is what he was doing, and this is how he was failing. And then they're kind of pointing at, like, well, actually, Chip Kelly was being asked to run an offense that wasn't actually his offense, right? Which I don't believe that. There's so many tape breakdowns that I've seen of them showing Chip Kelly doing the exact same things he was doing at Ohio State, and that this college level offense is not going to work in the NFL. There was a whole lot of back and forth, but what it comes down to, you guys, is that my belief is that Pete Carroll is honestly failing as a coach, right? And there had to be a fall guy. Matt B with the follow, salute. There had to be a fall guy, right? And there's a lot of pressure on Geno Smith, who's Pete Carroll's guy. There, Auto Shop with the follow, salute. There's also a lot of pressure on Brennan Carroll, who's Pete Carroll's son, who's the offensive line coach, and him not being able to perform properly, right? And so it all makes sense that they would all point their fingers at Chip Kelly and say, well, Chip Kelly is the major problem because Chip Kelly, is calling the offense and he's calling plays wrong. He's botching plays and he's calling plays that weren't even installed. He's calling plays that weren't part of the game plan. He's doing all these things wrong. He's not doing the right motion for certain running plays. And so the block wasn't there. And there's all these things that they're blaming, right? We are going to get to see what this actually looks like. Greg Olsen is by no means some top tier offensive coordinator. He is not. He is a guy that has come in as he's like a backup quarterback of offensive coordinators, right? The dude can come in and he can call an offense, but he's not going to be an offensive coordinator in this league ever, right? He's got over 20 years of experience, and he's usually in a role of like quarterback's coach or something like that. So what we're really looking at right now is that Greg Olsen is going to run the ball more. He's going to call up better blocking schemes from what I understand. But really, we're going to get to see what's what, right? Because everybody wants to point the finger that Chip Kelly's the problem, Chip Kelly's this, Chip Kelly's that. But they want to get the blame off of Pete Carroll. They want to get the blame off of Geno Smith, right? And really what it comes down to is everybody wants Geno Smith out, right? Except for Pete Carroll. Yes, Greg was the offensive coordinator in 2016 when we went to the playoffs. That's very, very true. But the thing behind that, though, is that it was John Gruden's offense, right? And so he was the coordinator, kind of like how when we had Josh McDaniels was running his offense, but he had an offensive coordinator. John Gruden was the same way. He was running his offense. He had an offensive coordinator. So, there are some pros and cons to this thing. Honestly, I like him being the interim right now. That's a good move, I believe. Irving with the follow, salute. But yes, Patrick, I believe Chucky was making all the play calls. Yes. But Greg Olsen is a guy that has some experience, and let's face it, Chip Kelly was calling awful games, right? And now we get to see, if they want to put all the blame on Chip Kelly. Oh, you're talking about Jack Del Rio. Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about there, because he was with us under Jack Del Rio, then he was with us under John Gruden, and now he's back with us again, correct? Big Doggy Dog, no, but if you go over there on Twitch and you look up Carlos Luna, that's a good place to find it. See, have you been watching the Cars new podcast? It's pretty informative. If you haven't seen it, you should go watch it. It's pretty cool. I actually haven't watched much of it. I've seen some clips here and there. I haven't been watching like full episodes or anything like that. I definitely got a lot of respect for the dude. Not so much his brother, but Derek Carr, you got respect for it. So let's go ahead and pull up the injury report. So this week's injury report, we have Max Crosby, knee. He was a limited participant on Wednesday, but Thursday and Friday, full practice. Tyler Lockett, ankle quad. He was full participant on Wednesday, but limited participant on Thursday and Friday. Then we have Michael Mayer. He has an ankle injury, did not participate all week. He's going to be out. I guess it's a pretty severe ankle injury. And then Jordan Meredith, ankle injury, did not participate Wednesday, limited participant Thursday, Friday, questionable. Trey Tucker, knee injury. He ended up being a full participant Thursday and Friday. Adam Butler, Darnay Holmes, and Zamir White all are listed as illness and did not participate. Adam Butler had limited participation on Friday, but they're all listed as questionable. And then on the Chargers side, Omarion Hampton, running back, ankle injury. He is listed as out. He was supposed to return this game, but I guess not. Wide receiver Trey Harris, jaw injury. He's a full participant. He should play. And then I don't even know how to say his name. Otito Agbanya, defensive tackle, elbow. He's unspecified game status, but he's a full participant on Friday. But if we jump over to our inactives, man, if we jump over to our inactive list, let me pull that up real quick. Jenna with the follow, salute. Isabella with the follow, salute. Tiny MF with the follow, salute. All right, so week 13 inactives against the Chargers. We got Zamir White. Aiden O'Connell is still inactive, emergency third QB, which I think is stupid, right? Because they've made it very clear that they will not play Kenny Pickett. And so the only reason for Aiden O'Connell to not be at least sitting as QB number 2 is because they don't want the controversy of people pounding the table saying Aiden O'Connell needs to come in. I'm going to remind you guys again, man, I am sick right now. I'm having a sinus thing. I'm having issues not only with my speaking, but my thinking and my vision. So we're going to see how this goes, man. I'm going to try to be live for the whole game, but I cannot guarantee anything. Okay, then we got Darnay Holmes is inactive. Jamin Davis, linebacker, inactive. Jordan Meredith, center guard, is inactive. So I'm hoping that means that we get to see some Caleb Rogers actually come in and play guard. We better be seeing that. That's actually quite the thing that we need to see, right? Because they put a bunch of blame on Chip Kelly, and I did see somebody that was talking about that Chip Kelly was responsible for the whole Jackson Powers Johnson thing and the reason that Jordan Meredith got moved into center and the reason why the rookies weren't being able to get to play. So now that he's out, if we still don't get to see our rookie offensive linemen that were drafted in the third round play, it's definitely on Pete Carroll. But what's also on Pete Carroll is that Darian Porter is a rookie that we drafted in the third round, cornerback, and he hasn't been starting. He hasn't hardly been playing, even though Caillou Blue Kelly is listed as the worst corner in the NFL. So, like, he's doing horrible, and we're still running him out there. I don't know why. But Michael Mayer and Tonka Hemingway are also listed as inactive. No real big notable names on the Chargers inactive list. But we're going to see what this looks like. All right, so it's 2:12 my time anyway. We got another, 13 minutes till game time. Ivan with the heart meat, salute. Appreciate that, man. We got Dom in the building. Let's see what else is going on. I got behind over here. How are you going to be watching the game? I try on Paramount Plus. I'm in California, but they're not airing it. It's supposed to be airing in most of California, I believe. because it's the Chargers versus Raiders. But I'm gonna be watching it on Sunday Ticket. Oddly autistic, what's good, man? I think that they should have elevated Aiden O'Connell up to the second quarterback, and if Gina would uh don't got it, man, then they should just pull him back in. And that's exactly what I believe. But they're making a statement by putting Aiden O'Connell in at Q on the inactive list, right? Because then hold up, man. Because then we're not over here saying bring in O'Connell, right? There was that whole thing that happened with the moderator from OakLosVegas Network, Hug D's, was yelling at Geno Smith. Geno Smith flipped him off. There was a big old thing that happened over there. Man, my glasses are messed up. Raider 7528, the Jets win. All right. Well, I'm telling you guys, man, I am not Team Tank, but we're at a point where we don't have to tank. We're a bad team. We lose games, and that's it, right? Oddly Autistic said Pete is ridiculous, and I hope we get a new coach. I agree with that, man. I agree with that because Pete Carroll has shown so many things wrong with how he handles our roster, with how he goes about things. I have a lot of comments that come in on the videos that I put out throughout the week where people say things like, hey, I'm a Seattle fan and I love Pete Carroll, but the problem with Pete Carroll is that he gets so stuck on an idea, right? And once he gets stuck on this idea, then there's no getting him to move away from it, And he's definitely done that in several cases for us. Damn, Saints almost won too, but they didn't get it, huh? I mean, I do want these other teams that are drafting below us to win games because we're probably going to lose, right? And I would love to see that happen. But, Titans and Saints, they're allergic to winning. Maybe worse than us. What is going on here? Hold up. I'm having an issue on my computer. Give me a second. There we go. Finally. Yeah, Bills and Pittsburgh on Paramount is what you're getting, oddly. Yeah, I think that we did get our decision from Pete when they kept Geno in when he was hobbling on one leg. I agree, man. I agree. Raiders 7528 said, here's my thing with tanking, just make it entertaining. Well, and that's the big one, right? Is that like we haven't even had entertaining games for the most part. What we've had for the most part is a team that looks awful, like absolutely awful. And like I don't mind losing games, right? Losing games is one thing, but when you're just rolling out this team that doesn't even look like they're playing, doesn't even look like they're trying, like is not even in the game. It's like, what are we even talking about here? Like, what are we looking at? Because when that's happening, then we end up in a situation where, coaches don't want to come here, players don't want to come here in free agency, and they're just like straight up, Vegas is bad. Vegas is bad, and they're ran really bad. I apologize, you guys. I'm going to be blowing my nose on screen and weird shit because I am definitely sick. Taylor with the follow, salute. Ramirez with the follow, salute. Appreciate that. Damn, okay. So Dolphins barely beat the Saints. Texans beat the Colts. Dang. All right. I wasn't expecting that one. Jets over the Falcons. Falcons have been so hit and miss. I mean, and Michael Penix Jr. is out. Kirk Cousins in. I'm surprised the Jets were able to put up 27 points, honestly. 49ers just stomped the Browns. Everybody that was like, oh, we should have got Shedeur Sanders. Like, look, Shedeur Sanders is a guy that I was saying during the draft, during the offseason, I wanted Shedeur Sanders, right? There's a reason why Shedeur Sanders fell to the 5th round. There's a reason why he, was on a team that had 5 quarterbacks, and he was the last quarterback. Well, they traded Kenny Pickett to us, and they finally got rid of Flacco. Dylan Gabriel had to start. He got injured. Hedeursanders got in, and does he look all right? Kind of. I mean, I had him on the over under, getting 150 passing yards. He didn't even hit that, so I don't know, man. You know. Yeah, oddly, I'm going to be live while the game's on. Definitely, I do that every week. Thanks for the sub. I appreciate that. Yeah, 7528. That does show how bad we are. And where you been, bro? We've been looking for you to have accurate descriptions of where we are in the draft, man. Let's see. I just got through watching the Niners game, and this guy took like 2 sacks of 15 yards, and one of those sacks was on a 4th and 15. Yeah, I mean, like there was flashes when we played against the Browns last week where I was like, damn, I'd rather have Hedeursanders than Geno Smith. And then watching him today, it's like having the same thing, really, which is pretty depressing. At least he's on a rookie contract and, it's cheaper. GB Kai with the rose salute. Thank you. Joe with the follow salute. Yeah, no, not showing the game. If I show the game, what happens is my channel gets taken down. I'm not trying to do that. What's up, Hummer? How's it going, Nation? Just tuning in. One of the moderators. Salute, man. We're getting almost to game time. We got about 6 minutes till kickoff. Well, yeah, blame Gino. I'm going to blame Gino on the fact that right now I'm sick. I've been having a sneeze-a-thon all morning. Might have a sinus infection. We'll see how that goes. Dinky Daryl with the follow. Salute. Bro, how come I have to salute Daddy for following? That's creepy. What's good? What's good? Thanks for the follow. Love life. No, I will not be showing the game. Anna, thank you. Thank you. I hope I feel better too, man. It just hit all of a sudden. Who has a sinus infection? Raider Aaron, that would be me. My sinuses are all inflamed. My eyes watering. I've been sneezing all morning. So we're going to do what we can, man. I'm hoping to be able to stay live for the whole game, but we'll see how it goes. See, Hummer said game is on CBS via YouTube TV in my area. It would be free everywhere, but Gino is at fault. That's facts. Oh, audio autistic. Now, I won't be broadcasting the audio either. What we do is we do a watch party where, we talk about the game and we watch it together, and we'll be here in the chat. I'll be doing a play-by-play for the most part. Sometimes I get distracted reading people's comments and things like that, and so I kind of veer away from calling the game, especially if we're losing by a shit ton. Then it kind of goes off the walls, and we just start talking about weird random shit. But yeah, that's what we do. David King, what's good? I cannot believe Geno Smith did not get a suspension. Nothing. Let off the hook with a BS apology. Yeah, and he didn't even, during his apology in the press conference, he didn't even say what he did. He said that he was heated in the moment and made a bad judgment. And that's all he said. He didn't say hey, I flipped off fans and that's not cool. He didn't say, hey, Raider Nation, I fucked up, man, because in no world should I be flipping off Raider Nation fans, right? I mean, if Raider Nation is telling him messed up shit, it's because he was leading the league in interceptions until Tua threw an interception today, right? You don't have to blame sinuses, bro. It's okay with a 2-10 record. I mean, it's okay to cry with a 2-10 record. Yeah, man, it's been brutal. The sinuses and the 2-10 record. All right, thank you, oddly autistic. Good to see you. Glad you made it here, man. Caden with the follow, salute. Anthony with the follow, salute. Why is Braden says Chargers winning 70-0? This isn't like a game where we're gonna put up 63 points against the Chargers, but I don't think the Chargers should do that to us either. So, and a special keychain for you. What are you talking about? Oh dang, Raider Aaron, a fan should fight Gino so he can get disqualified. That's crazy. That would be wild, man. I would trip out on that for sure. I also wouldn't put it past our fan base to do some crazy shit like that. Legend with the ice cream cone. Salute. Appreciate that. Let's see real quick. What is going on here, man? See, now that I'm doing TikTok on the desktop, like it has like a transparent chat that I put over the screen, and it's kind of like a trip, bro. Hummer said Gino has been flipping people off for years. Remember, his own teammate broke his job. Dude is a capital A level a-hole. Well, and there's so many red flags on like why not to bring Gino in. And Gino is definitely not like the quarterback that I wanted us to get. Once we got him, I watched some tape, and Hummer's probably heard me say this a million times, right? I watched tape on him and I liked what I saw, but that's not what we've been seeing as a nation. Jordan with the follow, salute. Dang, Raider Aaron said, it's in LA, you never know. That is facts, bro. This should be a home game away from home, but we've been playing so terrible. I wouldn't even doubt it if you see nothing but that powder blue all over the stadium, man. Also, those of you on YouTube, I did order a flag for the background. It was supposed to be in yesterday, and then I got an email saying it's been delayed, that it would show up today. Who knows, man? Holiday mail carriers, right? Chargers are wearing the old school Charger uniforms, which is a trip. And Chargers are going to kick us the ball to start the game. Kent. I hadn't seen the question yet. But no, I'm not showing the game. That's how you get your channel taken down. So David King said, I want to see Aiden O'Connell. This is a joke that they will not give him a shot right now. Yeah, I mean, the fact that he's on the inactive list is just like a punch in the face to Raider Nation. Dylan Laube dropped the ball, but then he picked it back up and ran for, I want to say he got almost to the 40, like the 37, 38 yard line. Snappletude, no, can't show it, man. Right on, Kent. Kent must be new here. Does Gino have an Instagram? From my understanding, he blocks people on the regular. Ashton Genty with about a 6 yard run. We might actually see Ashton Genty running the ball. It's 5 yards. 2nd and 5. Yeah, to be clear with you guys, I do not expect a win today. I do not. But I want to see the Raiders play good. All right. Play action. Geno Smith, it got batted down at the line. He tried to dump it off to Genty, but he threw that ball about 4 feet high. I'm surprised that we didn't see a thick 6 on that play. He threw it about 6 feet high, but still, man. 3rd and 5. See, now with Greg Olsen, we get to see Geno Smith get exposed. He can't blame Chip Kelly anymore. And then they'll say, oh, well, Greg Olsen, is just filling in, and it's going to take some time for us to really start clicking. I'm already going to hear that. Geno Smith about to get sacked. I don't know what he was thinking, man. That pocket collapsed on him. He didn't even do a decent job of trying to move or anything. Disgusting. It's easy, Taylor. You press the unfollow button. If someone was available and open for him, Smith could not find an open target that he got. People are crazy, bro. Man, and I'm sick, dude, and I'm like gonna be like straight up. Try not to like just be reactive on people saying dumb shit, man. Oh, he hit a charger. Come on. Yes. Raiders recover. Chargers think they have it. That looked like the Raiders got it, man. It looks like the Chargers get away with it. Chargers got it. Disaster on the special teams for Los Angeles. Damn, bro. Punt bounced off the ground, hit a Charger. That looked like we had it. That looks like they pulled it out of the bottom of the pile, man. Yeah, our guy had it, and then they pulled it out of the bottom of the pile, and they're still going to give it to him. David King said if Pete Carroll gets fired, then I'd like to see Robert Saleh get another chance and bring Mac Jones over with him. I would not like to see that. Mac Jones is only playing decent because every quarterback plays decent on the 49ers except for Trey Lance. Against the Raiders. Man, you showing the game crowd really showing up deep today. He echoed the same message that AJ Ross talked about Harbaugh giving his team. Each team is a one-game playoff. We have to approach it accordingly. Second down and 6. Herbert to the air. Herbert steps up and slides. I'm surprised we didn't get a flag on that. Herbert got about 6 yards on that, I think. He's taken off more than he has in his entire career of running the football. It's third in the NFL of those quarterbacks and rushing balls up behind Josh Allen and Justin Fields. So this goes to show you. Cameron, I cannot. That's how you get your channel taken down. It's 3rd and 3. Third down and 3. Herbert over the middle. Herbert over the middle. Caught by Keenan Allen. Looks like there's a flag. Let's see what the penalty is. Holding defense. It's declined. First down. It is 21st receiving first down. Third down this year. That's the close to the NFL. We're going to talk about the Chargers offensive line. Cross right in the middle of it here, and they protect it perfect. At least they have Porter playing. Like how you mentioned, third down. It's Memphis. That's Keenan Allen down. No doubt about it. By now. Looks like Crosby got the tackle on that. Chargers ran for about 2 yards. David King, I haven't exactly seen Brock Purdy tearing it up since his return. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't looked great, honestly. Superstar, and he plays all out each and every snap. But Jason and Andrew, what I'm eager to watch is, I mean, Mac Jones might be looking to be the next Sam Darnold or Baker Mayfield type quarterback, but often lines up. I don't know, man. I watched the dude play. I don't really like what I see. To find the right spot. 2nd and 7. Oh, shit. Play blown dead. Crosby was right on Herbert on that. Neutral zone infraction on Crosby. It did look like an early jump. Yeah. Him and Adam Butler.
I think he was trying to say that they did something with the ball or somebody had a movement. But from where we're standing, that was obviously Max Crosby. That's Pat Graham.
NC Raider with the follow. Salute.
He's still working on that blend to keep care with this defense. Second down and 2.
Chargers running the ball. They get the first down. It was on 2nd and 2. Looked like a pickup of about 5 yards. Explain, what is it that you do not like about Mac Jones? Mac Jones is very inconsistent. I watched him on the Patriots. I watched him on the 49ers. I wouldn't want him to come over here because I don't think that he's a quarterback that can turn this franchise around. Do I think that he'd be better than Geno Smith? Yeah, I do. But, Geno Smith was also better than Geno Smith before he came here. So, for all we know, Mac Jones comes over here and looks like garbage, just like how Gardner Minshew did, just like how Jimmy Garoppolo did. You know what I'm saying? So, Mac Jones is not a quarterback that I see as somebody that can come and turn our franchise around. Thus, why would we want to go get him?
And a 2-9. So obviously the best number we're looking for is 25 today by the Chargers. Already 5. They're 6.
Chargers rush again. Looked like a gain of about 2.
David White, who beats the Raiders tackle, makes the play instead of that for Los Angeles. Jared Patterson coming into this game and getting carries early, just up from the practice squad, as Andrew talked about. Jason.
Isaiah Porter, what up, TRU Raider Podcast? We're going to lose this game to the Chargers. Yeah. I fully anticipate us losing this game for sure. D-line not holding up now. We are struggling against the run right now. And 3rd and 1, he gets the first down. David King, then who? I don't think that bringing in a veteran quarterback is going to be the answer for us, honestly. Geno Smith is our bridge guy. So if we already have a bridge guy in the building and we suck, we need to start drafting quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Raiders have just put Band-Aids on quarterback position for eternity, basically. And we need to not be doing that. I want to see us actually draft a quarterback for once. What sucks is that this quarterback class this year is just not that great. Nobody can tackle again, so Chargers get another first down.
David White on the stop. With that spot, it looks like the Chargers have it done.
Yeah. How about you just I'm sick. That spamming is too loud. David King, do you have a veteran quarterback that you would think could be franchise-changing guy that we could bring in? Vidal rushes for 1 yard. They're just going to run, huh? I think that's already 8 runs so far in the first quarter for them.
But those are his roots.
Yeah, this man like that, they're straight up running more than us. Plunk it. I mean, yeah, but can he play still? Bring him on. Resign Plunkett. Let's do it. Pass completed. Looked like a gain of about 3 yards. Going back to 3rd down. They keep converting on 3rd down, though. This one says Derek Carr. I would rather Derek Carr than Mac Jones any day.
No chance, even though he's right on the hip.
David King said, "No, I have wanted Aiden O'Connell to start since the beginning, and I really do not understand why the Raiders did not give him a shot. They should have started him last year instead of Garner Minshew. And that Garner Minshew thing was a big mistake. Should have just ran it forward with Aiden O'Connell and let it be what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? He either shows to be a quarterback that's usable or not. Completed for a first down, Chargers. Yeah, get it done. No excuses for Gino today. Chip ain't there.
Guys at the line of scrimmage. Homer starts the motion, he starts the check. And you see the Raiders did the same exact thing. They went from showing pressure to only rushing 3 guys.
Yeah, the problem is that as long as we have Pete Carroll, we're going to have Geno Smith. And so that's why I keep bringing it up. Like, you know, when are we going to pull the plug on Pete Carroll? Because I see a lot of people in my comment sections, all, you know, talking about, well, we can't just keep firing coaches. Oh, Max Crosby had a pressure, but Herbert got away. Jeremy Chin tackles Herbert about the line of scrimmage.
That's exceptional on-field tackle by Jeremy, doesn't it? I mean, Angle did not overrun the play. And then
good job by Jeremy Chin because Herbert might have gotten in the end zone on that one.
Teaching tape, when you're gonna take that reel and say, "This is how I want you to tackle."
David King, tell me what other quarterback do you know that has had 3 coaches in 3 years and 6 offensive coordinators and still manages? Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Is that our turnover has been crazy. But at this point, I think that Pete Carroll needs to go because it's very clear that we're not going to win with Pete Carroll. Nobody can tackle again, and the Chargers get a touchdown. He got hit by 2 guys. Nobody brought him down. This thing keeps happening all season, right? Where you have Raiders players hitting people with a shoulder or pushing them, thinking that they're going to go to the ground. You got to wrap that dude up. Man, Paul Mao had a hand on the ball, too. Bad tackling. The kick is good, so now the score is 7-0. I mean, this is pretty much going as predicted. The Raiders got the ball first. We had a 3 and out. We ran the ball and then just absolutely flopped. And then it is what it is, right? Isaiah Porter said, "Game over, TRU Raider podcast. We can't stop the Chargers offense, and our offense is horrible." I don't really anticipate our offense getting a lot better under Greg Olsen, especially on the first run out, but, you know. And then the Chargers just kind of ran the ball, and they're going to wear out our defense is what they're going to do. And then Herbert's going to start throwing the ball. Hummer says Kenny Pickett can scramble. I'd rather see him on the field now. Bad tackling has been going on more than this season. That's a Patrick Graham known weakness in coaching. Yeah, and it's very weak. They need to bring on like some kind of defensive tackling coach or something because Patrick Graham ain't getting it done. Yeah, we had a lot of statue quarterbacks in the NFL that performed very well for a long time. The league has kind of moved past that, but not completely. And Aiden O'Connell, yeah, he could get it done as a statue, but also he doesn't have a great deep ball, and he's not super accurate either, right? Would I rather see Aiden O'Connell than Geno Smith? Yes. Is Aiden O'Connell a starting caliber quarterback in this league? No. LASIK with the follow, salute. James Michael with the follow, salute. Sneakerology said Pete Carroll said Geno is practicing. That's what's up, man. Yeah, Peter, 45. Dude, Devin White, yeah, he leads the Raiders with tackles, but he is not a good linebacker. It just looks like that if you look at the box score, but if you really if you really look at what's happening, is they're targeting Devin White because he's a liability. No, David King, you're right, man. Aiden O'Connell's main thing that people criticize him for is his lack of scramble ability, but then he has less sacks than all the other quarterbacks, and that's straight up. That's legit. I'd be a little worried behind this offensive line, but I'd rather be seeing Aiden O'Connell any day. But as long as Pete Carroll is coach, Geno Smith will start. The only thing you could hope for is that Geno Smith gets hurt, and I do not like hoping for players to get hurt.
Well, a moment ago, Justin Herbert left
maybe a stomach flu.
The Chargers locker room. And when you go back to the hit by Jeremy Chin, which we'll show you in a moment, it's like Herbert got hit in the hand. He's going back to get a little more attention on that. So,
and then he's 6'4", right? Aiden O'Connell.
Interesting because it looked like he got hit on his throwing hand, but I believe it was
Herbert got hurt.
Got the concern going right. He was 5 for 5 on that drive.
Watch Trey Lance light us up. Geno Smith completed to Brock Bowers. Huge gain. All the way down to the 45-yard line on the other side. 26-yard gain. Ashley with the follow salute. Other Ashley says Pete Carroll and Geno Smith need to go. And that's accurate. That is accurate. Hummer said True must be sick because Geno poisoned his turkey. Maybe, man, but at least he didn't get to my wife's ham, bro. She makes such a good ham. It's crazy. I never used to eat ham before, but it's legit. Ashton Genty was stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Looked like he gained 1 yard.
Right back on the line of scrimmage, trying to move a little bit quicker.
Whistle blown. It's going to be a false start.
2 flags down in the secondary. First charge, timeout of the half.
Oh. Timeout Los Angeles? Why do you have to throw a flag for a timeout?
Well, the most wonderful holiday stories start at Casey, where you'll find the perfect somethings for all the special
bro.
gifts.
Yeah, this sickness is kicking my ass, that's for sure.
Hosting at home, headed to a party or cozying up on the couch. Stand to shop the most wonderful holiday.
Would I be upset if the Raiders won today? No. No. The difficult part, though, is that, like, if we're going to win, then we need to look like a team that can continue to win. Because, like, if we went through and won every game to finish out the season and still miss the playoffs, I'd still be happy that we're turning it around. But if we're a team that looks like the same ass team that we've been all year, and then we just sloppily get a win because Justin Herbert gets hurt, that's not good. 2nd and 9. Hand off to Genty. Gets 1 yard. Caleb Rogers is actually out there on the offensive line, you guys. No tanks on pirate ships. There we go. I said it earlier, man. I'm not about tanking, but his team is going to lose. That's what we're going to do. And I'm okay with that. I have to be okay with that. That's what we've been doing. 9 losses so far this year. So we have Kappa, we have Forsyth, but we also have Rodgers. I haven't even been keeping an eye on Rodgers and how he's blocking. Snap it. That's going to be a delay game. Timeout Raiders. That was crazy. 7528 would disagree with you guys, but I mean, I don't know. We don't need a tank. We suck. The Jets won, so we moved up a spot. Where are we at, 7528? You still in the building?
just to get back to the community. And the Raiders offensive line collectively raised money to purchase and distribute meals. Hundreds of dollars. Great job.
5'10", Fernando Mendoza, you are a Raider. He might be, man. We're starting to get to a high enough spot. Fernando Mendoza is going to get overdrafted, though, and that's what worries me.
It's making some noise. It's still down.
3rd and 9. Pressure. Gino was hit in like 1 second. That was like no block on James Jr. See, and we're kind of just looking like that same as Raiders offense, you know? I haven't seen anything that's really improving. There was a good completion of Brock Bowers. It was obvious that they were about to blitz us on that, but nobody did anything to like make an adjustment, get the ball out quickly, nothing. It's crazy. DCTB, we looking like the same ass Raiders is what we're looking like. That's how we looking. All right, Rob, we heard you. What's that got to do with us? That's crazy, man. I bet you never see a Raiders fan go into another team's stream and start being like, oh, yeah, Raiders. Just like, why would we do that? Gabriel Reyes, our O-line needs to learn how to figure it out. They're not going to, man. I mean, with JPJ and Colton Miller out, there's no way, man. Our O-line is going to continue to be trash. Raul, Raiders fans do it all the time. I don't know, man. I mean, I guess because I never jump on somebody else's stream, it would make sense that I wouldn't see it if it happens. I think it's just crazy, though. It's like, you know, we get people on here all the time that, you know, are for other teams, and that's cool, right? You're welcome here. But then people want to like spam their shit or talk shit, and it's like, all right, cool. We understand you're day drinking. What's up, Serge? Damn, sneakerology. Do you think we will see the Raiders win a Super Bowl in our lifetime? I mean, I'm glad I at least saw the Raiders make it to a Super Bowl in my lifetime, but that was horrible, you know? So I'd like to see it again. I hope we get to see it again. What's up, Flip the Strip? How you doing? Yeah, our defense is going to be hella tired because Chargers are running the ball a ton. Our offense can't hold on to the ball at all. Damn, Raul, that's rough, man. Moving TV in the truck, can't watch the game. David King said, just a simple fact that Pete Carroll did not address the O-line, did not replace Devontae Adams. What the fuck? But completely dismantled the defense again. I mean, that shit was junk, man. Did not put together the proper pieces at all. Hummer said, yes, Raiders winning another Super Bowl is on the schedule. All right. You let us know when. Jamie with the sheriff. Salute. I don't even know how to say your name, man. Clux King, follow. Salute. Daryl Moore with the follow. Luke Howard with the follow. Salute to you guys. Trey Lance is in the game. completed to Harris. Looked like a pickup of 9 yards.
That should go on to this offensive line.
Trey Lance about to look like a real quarterback.
Keep things moving.
I think that the Chargers, they just said, oh no, Justin Herbert's injured. Just kidding. We just want to play Trey Lance because we don't want to risk Justin Herbert getting hurt.
Load up on stuff here.
Because straight up, they don't need Herbert in the game to beat us, man.
They're going in one.
Now, if our offense can get their head out of their ass and actually do something, I don't know. Lance dropped the ball, but I think they're going to call a false start. Whistles were blowing right away. Yeah, false start.
That could be a huge play for our big play. Ray Pipkins going for his fourth full start of the year. 79.
David King put a tinfoil hat on me, but I get the feeling sometimes that the NFL is trying to rub out the Raiders and the fan base. I think Mark Davis is a part of it. I actually, when Al Davis decided that he wanted to go to war with the NFL, that's, I believe, a big part of all that. 3rd and 6. Looks like Herbert is questionable to return. Chargers running over 50 Raiders because we can't tackle. They get the first down. First quarter is over. Man, my eyes bugging me.
CBS.
Hammer says, do you think that they'll play Herbert if they can? They probably will, man, but I don't think that they need to. I think Chargers get a win either way. I'd be surprised if we turn it around because now, instead of being able to blame Chip Kelly, they're going to say, well, Gino can't do anything because we can't block for him because we have injured offensive linemen. And it's just going to be this thing that just happens and happens and happens. It's somebody else. It's this, it's that, it's this, it's that. David with the follow. Salute. Hummer said last run of the first quarter is on Max not containing the outside. And Max got there and got hands on him, but couldn't get the tackle. Then the dude runs over Devin White. I think it's Jeremy Chin that brought him down finally. I can feel it, man. Them sneezes are going to try to come back. Whew. It's been a rough morning. Is it too early for my paragraph of need? Hummer, it's not too early because the paragraph of need is going to remain the same at the beginning of this game as it will be at the end of this game. David, no, not showing the game. If I show the game, they take the channel down, man. Trust me, it'd be better for me if I could show the game. But that's not how that works out. David King said, dismantling the defense, but yet giving Max Crosby a huge contract, not addressing the offense at all, but yet giving Geno Smith. Yeah, you can't hold on to your best players when you're not a good team. And guys like Spillane and Merrick and that kind of stuff, they were going to go where the contracts were the biggest. And that's why I'm surprised actually Spillane ended up on a winning team. Merrick ended up on the Panthers because they were going to pay the most. Kind of is what it is, you know. We could have overpaid for players and then still be in the same position, you know. And I think that Spytech knew exactly what was happening. He said, we're not going to overpay because we're going to suck. Tyree Wilson with the tackle on that one. Looked like a gain of about 3 yards.
building point man for the extended games. Jason, you remember him coming out of top? Big move by San Francisco, taking the number 3 over.
Yeah, I mean,
Supposed to be the guy.
yeah, Isaiah, we're absolutely not stopping their run game at all. And even though they're not breaking out huge runs on us, they're just gonna dink and dunk and dink and dunk. I guess that was a gain of 5 yards. I guess I misread that. Trey Lance rolling to the right. I'm surprised there's not a flag. He slid out. Jeremy Chin hit him just 1 yard short of a first down. Hummer said all we need is all new coaches, QB, O-line, wide receiver 1, a little help on the D-line, entire defensive backfield, depth for all of the above. Half our cheerleaders are ugly. Other than that, we're okay. Yeah, there we go, man. 3rd and 1. And really, I'd like to see DJ Glaze be willing. Nobody can tackle. Damn, bro. 3 Raiders got hands on this guy and still couldn't bring him down. But I'd like to see DJ Glaze be willing to move over to right guard, draft a right tackle early on, and put JPJ at center, and then have the competition be where it needs to be, and that's left guard. Parham and Meredith and all them can fight for that left guard position. Face mask, Devin White. David King said that Hummer forgot about linebackers. Yeah. Yeah.
For Devin White, he was an all-pro when he was in Tampa.
Gabe, that's not true, man. You think the commercials are the thing that get you flagged? No. I've been flagged just for the game audio coming through the microphone. Brado, I hate to tell you, man, but if you're looking for the Raiders to get a dub to help the Broncos right now, you're not going to get it. Another rush for about 4 or 5 yards. Justin Herbert looks like he wants to get back in the game.
Serious him out of game, which is right now. Two of the most underrated, tough guy quarterbacks we don't talk about. Justin Herbert, not this guy. We saw Stafford play stuff in Detroit. He could barely practice all week.
Q-Ball Raider Nation from San Antonio, Texas. What's up, JF? How you doing? 8:05, huh? Well, I guess, Hummer, when we think about entire defensive backfield, we're thinking about safeties and corners. Justin Herbert's going back in. Hell, man, we might be better off with Trey Lance and Geno Smith.
Typically, when they take 2 fingers to get the kids, one of the fingers is together. Comes in if they 3rd down, guys.
Carlos, another Tink season. Why even watch it? Because I love the Raiders. I don't know. Maybe I'm in an abusive relationship with the Raiders. False start. Trailer Trash Boy said, "Hey, Bubba, I think if we lose today, fire Pete. It's going to take more to get rid of Pete, man." Justin Murphy with the follow. Salute. Honestly, I think what it's going to take is probably we wouldn't see it until the offseason. I'd be surprised if we saw a Pete Carroll firing before the offseason. He still has 2 more years on his contract. Herbert completed for 1st down. Keenan Allen. Man. 6 for 6 on 3rd downs. That's crazy. Yeah, it looks like TikTok's all mad at me because of my lighting. I have it dim because my eyes are irritated. Oh, Devin White actually stopped it all at the line of scrimmage. Max Crosby was right behind him. Late flag.
Against Las Vegas.
Man. Unsportsmanlike conduct by Devin White. David King said Tom Brady was onto something with Ben Johnson, so one has to ask, why did Ben Johnson pass up Vegas for Chicago? No quarterback. No quarterback. Yeah, the light's better on YouTube than it is on TikTok. I'm definitely more dim on TikTok, but it's all right, man. Alex, do we still suck? Yeah, we still suck, man. Score 7-0, second quarter. Chargers looking to make that lead even more. Patrick, that's funny, man. Oh, inside the 5, completed by Gadsden. Max Crosby almost batted that down, but oh look, Caillou Blue Kelly got beat again. That's crazy. It's almost like he always gets beat. Our zone defense, man. Patrick said, always hate a woman who's a Raiders fan, already used to disappointment and is loyal as fuck. I thought the ball came loose for a moment there. Vidal got stopped. We have not been able to consistently stop the run, though, and so what's going to end up happening is they're going to get a couple yards, and they're going to get in, you know? Ah, dude, I keep feeling a sneeze coming on. Yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to bench Devin White. He's a liability, though. We actually got tackled. Chargers lose a yard. Landon Roberts. Patrick with the follow salute. Ashley knows what's up. Boss GT, PG is the problem. PG is a problem. He's not the problem. A lot of people like Patrick Graham. I honestly don't, man. Patrick Graham, he soft zone, like it's always like bend don't break, consistent zone where they can just kind of pick us apart. Any good offensive coordinator figures out the holes in our defense, pick them apart easy. Cash Rain says Trey Lance was looking like Lamar. We were worse without Chip Kelly. I wouldn't say that, Sneakerology. I'd just say we aren't better without him. Yeah, Humber, we're not going to play that man-to-man. It's not going to happen. They've proven that, and that's what pisses me off. Our defense is trash in zone. I mean, when you call it sometimes, sure, but when it's like almost always zone, it's crazy, man. David King, I'll stop you when you lie. Says you have to be a tough person these days to wear Raiders apparel. You're either getting laughed at or treated like you're disabled mentally. Oh, Caillou Blue Kelly got a pick? And I was just talking shit about him. Good job. It looks like we're going to be down on the 4-yard line, though, because he ended up out of bounds on that, which is sad because that would have been a pick 6 if he could have stayed in bounds. Ah, man.
Cyber specials on Etsy for gifts that truly.
It's all right. A pick's a pick, man. I can't be upset. Not be upset at all. Synchronology said we at least had 3 points with Chip. That's crazy. Isaac, what happened to Herbert? It looked like he broke his ring finger on his left hand. So he was only out for a couple of plays. AKA Randers with the follow. Salute. Herbert did get injured, but he is playing. Cash Rain says, watch Gino turn it over after that pick. Or just get a 3 and out. We need to capitalize on these kind of situations. Consistently, our defense has got us the ball back, right? Whether it's interceptions, fumbles, and then our offense will not deliver on that. And if you have that happen consistently all year, it's like, yeah, you're going to lose games. I just got no faith in our offense, man. In our defense, they're all right. But the biggest problem is that they're on the field so much. They're always so tired. Damn, bro, I'm going to end up sneezing, man. It's right there. Who was he throwing it to? I didn't catch who he was throwing it to. Arturito with the follow. Salute. But yeah, I didn't catch who he was throwing it to, man. Look at the light. Man, I don't know, man. I always got told to just picture a really, really huge person on a swing. And like it I don't know, man. It works. Yeah, if we can capitalize Isaiah on and actually score on offense, our defense will keep us in games. Cash Rain said I'm allergic to the offense. Ovani with the follow salute. That's crazy, man. Hummer Kelly is a high risk back. That's his job. Go for picks, gives up plays if it doesn't work. Just like Jack and hand off to Genty, gets stuffed line of scrimmage. Oh, what was his name? I can't think of his name right now, man. And I liked him too. Roberts. He's on the Lions now. Robertson. I don't know, man. My brain's not working right. Raiders on the 2.5 yard line. Gino gonna throw. He better be quick. Took way too long. That might be a pick. That might be a pick. They're giving him a pick. Who said that Gino was going to throw a pick on that? I know somebody did. That was crazy. He took so long to throw that ball, and then the placement was horrible. Yeah, David King. The thing is, man, I haven't drank in over 14 years, man. So it's not whiskey time for me. Right, Cooper? Tell Gino to throw it to Brock Bowers. It's almost like if you throw it to your good players, good things happen. Crazy. Somebody needs to tell him that. One of these days he'll figure it out, or he won't. And that guy Kevin with the follow salute. Jay, thank you for sharing the live. Regina needs to go. So what's up, local? David King, that's it. It's Kenny Pickett time. Yeah, we're not going to see Pickett, man. Damn it. Yeah, Brock Bowers only having one catch. Actually, he got like 26 yards. It's stupid that we like. Why are we not targeting him? They are not guarding him that good. We've seen it in other games, like that game he only had 3 targets. Looking back on the tape, he wasn't really even being doubled or anything. They just went away from him. Yeah, Passion, I believe it was actually a pick. Yeah, no, they're gonna let Geno stay in for sure. They're just really he's Tua passed him for the most interceptions, so he's got to catch up to Tua, right? Hummer says, Geno Oprah Smith, you get a pick and you get a pick. Yo, that's hilarious. Passion says, keep Geno in. We need that number 1 pick.
Joins us, Gene. Take us through. A really close play. Now, if Ford touches this football while he's out of bounds, it's going to be out of bounds. And I don't think there's anything clear and obvious to say he touches it. And then we see Jackson there. That's an interception. You see the knees on the ground with
they overturned it.
They'll stay with interception.
Yep, it's an interception.
The play, Gene. It's so much back down up the middle. That is
Coons with the tackle.
Of the year for Geno Smith, tied for the most in the NFL with Tua Tagovailoa, who had one earlier today.
Tied for the most. Cooper with the follow salute.
Jason, that was a drill that we worked on in practice almost every day that came to life.
What's up, Gunsmoke? Salute.
I mean, that's an exceptional job finding the ball, tipping it up, and then Jefferson possessing it.
Yeah, Gunsmoke. Geno's being Geno. Caillou Blue Kelly got an interception in the end zone. And from the 2.5-yard line, Geno throws a pick. Very sloppy. Hold my beer, Geno. That's funny, Flip. CJ with the follow. Salute.
Turnovers from the offensive side, and we call that sudden change for
damn, only record Geno ever going to have.
And a few plays later,
Cash, if we draft Mendoza, I'll be happy about it, but like I still haven't seen enough good tape on him to really be convinced that he's going to turn our franchise around. And yeah, Cooper Herbert's back in. Keenan Allen just shy of a first down. Go to 4th and inches.
Separation on 3rd down when the whole building knows they want to go there. Andrew, I don't even know if he found separation. He just found the ball. That's a crowd of people that ball went into.
Yeah, freestyle. Pete got to go. I don't think Pete's the guy. But just to have like a different coach and different coach and different coach and different coach, it's not serving us, you know. But I don't really see Pete turning it around. Turnover on downs. Devin White and Butler, Adam Butler.
Center can't do it right now with his finger, and it's costly for Jim Harbaugh and the Chargers.
Turnover on downs. That's surprising. David King saying, I'm saying give Robert Saleh another shot at head coach. I don't know, man. I don't know. He did horrible on the Jets, but the Jets are just horrible. So it didn't really matter who's over there. So you might have a point there. Gunsmoke, I did my part. Then there's Geno. I didn't fucking do shit. Accurate. Cursed Nation, Alex. Cursed Nation. It seems like every game goes the same, right? It's like we start off like horrible run on offense to start the game. So no real good scripted plays. And then the other team scores. And then we start saying, well, we should probably put in another quarterback. And then Geno Smith throws a pick. And then we're like, yeah, we should definitely put in another quarterback. And then they don't. Junito said Geno needs to go. He's straight hot dog water. Not even just dog water, hot dog water. Londo, where's the game? It's in SoFi Stadium, LA. $7528. Make it entertaining. 7528. Where are we drafting currently? Now that the Jets won. Damn, man. This nose spray's not even fucking helping. White said, I bet Geno can't do it again. Yo. We're at pick number 4 right now. Titans and Saints definitely couldn't win. Who else is in front of us besides the Titans and the Saints?
And its own 18-yard line. This Las Vegas offense has helped their defense.
All right, we are on the 17. 1st and 10. Geno Smith rolls right, gets it to Trey Tucker, only gets 2 yards. Damn it, man. Sorry, you guys. I'm trying. I am trying. Having a hard time.
And all they're thinking is please offense. Couple of first downs. Trying to at least flip field position. Get us out from being under siege. Because right now they're over.
Yeah, no, like Geno, he throws the ball great. He just throws it to the wrong team.
18 minutes for LA to 5.
Maybe he's colorblind. He can't see without his glasses. Hand off to Genty. There we go. Making people miss. Genty gets about 5 yards on that. Going to 3rd down.
When he goes up the backfield like this, the 60-70-yard later will look at that. Here, someone shows up with a good punch in. Takes it near the line. It looked like it's going to be a play. Turned into a 3rd down attack on the Raiders. As they enter the defensive coordinator, there's Greg Olsen, who's calling the plays for the Raiders today.
3rd and 2. Geno Smith completed it. Jack Besh. 1st down. And some. It's only his 9th catch of the year. 2nd round pick. Do you think Geno flips off the crowd again after the game? No, I think it's been made very clear that if Geno doesn't clean up his behavior, then there's going to be issues. That's why he came out and apologized. Genty running to the outside. Genty picks up 9 yards. There we go. You got to get this boy warmed up. You just got to keep running and running and running, and eventually it's going to break. Okay, so it's Titans at number 1, Saints at number 2, Giants at number 3. Giants versus Patriots tomorrow. Huh. I mean, we still play the Giants, so it's looking like we're headed toward the top 3 pick. 2nd and 1. The handoff. Ashton Genty gets the 1st down and some. Okay, we're on the 44. It looked like he picked up about 5 yards on that. I don't think the refs are blind. I think that they just, it's the Raiders.
Second. We talked about the offensive lines here.
MC, I hate that I cannot watch the Raiders play. Yeah, that's why I just go ahead and pay for the Sunday ticket, or else they don't show any Raider games here. Genty again, still on his feet. Pickup of about 3 yards.
We talked before the ball game about what's going to be the philosophy going forward.
Take it out of Gino's hands. Well, yeah, we got the number 6 overall running back. We should probably run the ball with him.
Getting some help.
2nd and 8.
40 yards on this drive.
It's hard to run it when you got this offensive line. Ashton Genty was lining up on the outside. Geno Smith to Trey Tucker threw it too high, but there's a flag. He's always throwing it too high for Trey Tucker. Trey Tucker is a short man. He's about 5'8". Raider Aaron says it's going to be PI. There we go. Pass interference, first down. Dude, this is driving me crazy. Sorry, guys. Flip the script, said get a Fire Stick and IPTV service. A Fire Stick thing. Raider Aaron, Trey Tucker is not 5'11".
Couple first downs, it's rest their defense. Now that they're in the high red zone, they got to think bigger. For a team only averages about 15 points a game, you've got to find a way to get.
1st and 10. We are on the Chargers 29-yard line. Play action. Taking a shot to Bowers. Bowers catches it on the 5-yard line. Out of bounds. Completed. 1st and goal. See, the running game opens up the passing game. It's kind of crazy, right? Weird concept. Cali 916 says Superbox. You can watch any game way better. Interesting. Let's see. 1st and goal on the 5. Looks like they're gonna double up on Bowers. 2-minute warning. Let's see, man. Let's see it. Damn, bro. Montana, as a Broncos fan, I pray the Raiders can pull it off. I mean, we always want to win divisional games. I don't have a whole lot of faith in this offense. We're looking pretty good on this drive, though. Joey said finally some downfield passing. Yeah, it's because we actually ran the ball and opened up the passing game. And Hummer's got a point. The line is blocking better. They're starting to find a little groove, and I'm not sure what that groove is. God damn, man. I apologize, you guys, man. This sinus thing I got going on is kicking my ass. Oh, yeah, Montana. I mean, Brock Bowers is a great tight end. He's really the best tight end in the league, but he just never has a quarterback that can throw to him. David King said, what a win for Carolina today. Type of win that could turn a franchise around. Actually might make the playoffs. Carolina actually pulled that game. That's crazy. I didn't really expect that. Oops. I did see that they were playing pretty good, though.
Is sponsored by Domino. Get great deals on pizza, bread bites, chicken desserts, and
Yeah, Pete should have picked up Sam Darnold instead, but he went with his boy Geno Smith, and that's gone horrible. Mr. Quack, what's good? Follow. Thank you for sharing the live freestyle. No, Tony, I am not. First and goal on the 5. Mafi went in at right guard. Genty gets stuffed. Looks like a loss of 1 yard.
Los Angeles.
Alex, yeah, I'm definitely getting sick, man. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Nothing.
Got some weird sinus shit going on.
There's a lot of super chargers in
My
there.
nose is runny. I've been sneezing all day. My eyes hurt. It's been a rough one.
It was not. Chargers had him outflanked. End up making the play for Jesse Minter, their defensive coordinator. The interesting here, Jason, if I'm the Raiders.
Montana, how are we feeling about Ashton? The fact that he has no offensive line and this offense is just horrible, and he's projected to get 1,000 rushing yards this season. It says a lot about him. You know, it's like in spite of, in spite of. Man, Alejandro, you can shut the F up, bro. How about that?
He calls the clock was winding down.
Timeout Raiders.
The timeout. The play clock winds down on you. One of those mysteries in sports, how those things kind of happen and come out of it. You already got it going. And, almost like he thought the clock, that there was no clock, that we're going to start on the snap. And I wonder how much of that is the communication. Greg Olson taking over as offensive coordinator. There's reports about Chip Kelly and the communication and all of those things. So when you're kind of new this week, right?
See it.
You're getting used to his voice being at the top of the room and the lead of the room. But that communication playing and play out. Second and goal. Geno
to Brock Bowers. Touchdown. Raiders. Brock Bowers is wide open in the back of the end zone. Chargers definitely blew that play.
It wasn't just getting by himself, and it started with the motion of one receiver all the way up. Watch. So right here, we're going to get motion to get it all the way from Bowers. And then that allows Bowers, the motion already happened to the top side, and then Bowers just comes under.
Bowers wide open.
Motion, the bouncing top of the receiver. Well designed, and well called, Greg Olson. Extra point by Daniel Carlson.
Extra point is good. Game is tied 7-7.
Vegas right down the field. We got all the top so far.
Interesting. 150 to go left in the first half. That's crazy. Gunsmoke with the Raiders. That's interesting. That is interesting, man. So our offense actually ran the ball like how all of us have been saying, right? Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, get the pass game going. Then all of a sudden we're able to actually get the pass game going. And magically, it's all coming together. It's kind of crazy, right? So we actually get down the field, we actually get a touchdown. We haven't had a whole lot of those, right? So I liked how we looked on that drive. If we can actually sustain looking like that as an offense, this Raiders team can actually be considered a real team. Damn, Montana. Yeah, Dobbins is a stud, injury prone. He's out for the season. That's crazy, man. Dobbins was doing good too. I think that was against us that he got injured, right? K Cash, yeah, just talk about the game. Hire Greg Olson as our OC. Raiders for life. Greg Olson is a great backup OC, but when it comes down to is he's not like a true offensive coordinator. Oh shit, man. Fired Gino. We're gonna end up with Gino as long as we have Pete Carroll, man. But when Geno Smith is playing well, he does play well. It's just that we don't get a whole lot of that Geno Smith on the Raiders. You know, we've seen little flashes of it here and there.
With the touchdown, which continues a remarkable streak. Every touchdown the Raiders have scored this year has been by a player 24 years old or younger. The only team to go an entire season with every single touchdown they scored by a player 24 or younger in 1934 Chicago Cardinals. Here's Darius Davis.
Special team has botched the return on that. Davis only gets that 35. I thought he was going to get a lot more than that.
As we go back to the touchdown. Look at what they did. They just took Tyler Lockett and you ran a short route underneath. They had motioned Trey Tucker out farther to the sideline to pull defenders with him. And that allowed Brock Bowers to find that open space, essentially the one.
I wonder who thought that somebody else had Brock Bowers over top.
Well done, Greg Olson.
That's crazy.
And it's extra juice. And I think that the Chargers squandered the juice of Herbert coming back to the interception.
Oh, my God. Oh, Max Crosby with the sack. He got such a good jump on that, man. He was off the line so fast, I thought there was going to be a flag.
My quarterback hit anymore. Go back in and regroup. Matt Crosby,
good job, Max.
He's coming for the football. And now some movement up front by the Chargers offensive line.
Okay, there's the flag on this play. Probably a false start. Timeout for Vegas.
Raiders call a timeout first.
That's weird.
And we'll be back in 30 seconds after this.
Oh, man. I tell you guys, man, it's hard to do this whole thing with being sick. I'm surprised I haven't sneezed not even once since we started the stream, though. Orlando 6-6 with the follow salute. All right, here we go. Chargers are on their own 27, 119 left in the first half.
16. Remains in the shotgun.
Herbert up the middle, and it's broken up. Devin White laid the hit. 3rd and 16.
Certainly made his presence felt in this Raiders team this year, Jason. Yeah, he's been all over the field. He's always been a fast and athletic linebacker.
You see that sloppy throw, man? It's like, oh, like, that's crazy.
And here for the Chargers, I would expect him to get the ball off to keep the clock running, trying to take it down as much as possible.
3rd and 16. Herbert in the shotgun.
With the injury, he's gone 1 for 4. Throwing on 3rd down, and he's got it
completed, but it's short. It looked like about 14 yards.
And it's 4th down and a long one. I'm getting rid of this thing, man. Where's my punt team? They're coming out there now. Remember, as a player, you'd always hear
Looks like they're gonna punt.
second and third down and long. Punt team, get ready. On the sideline. Right now, Jim Harbaugh's like, punt team, go. We are not taking any chances. This side of the field, this late in the half, get rid of that thing. The first punt today for J.K. Scott.
Chargers gonna punt. 30 seconds left. Clock is moving. Into the end zone. So that's gonna be a touchback with 20 seconds left in the half.
20. We're back in 30 seconds.
What do you guys think we end up doing? You think we take a knee and just run it out? Do you think we end up throwing the ball deep? It'd be nice to get a field goal, but you end up with a pick and they end up with a field goal, you know? AP says knee. Rose says knee. Raiders 1976 says at least the Raiders score. Yeah, no shit. And it wasn't a field goal, which is wild. Yep, taking a knee. So tie game, halftime, 7-7. Raiders offense started out rough, started looking a lot better. Our defense is playing good enough to hold us in the game. Caillou Blue Kelly actually got a pick, which was nice. Hold up.
Our defense all year long has answered situations like that. It's a beautiful job of turning the ball over, and then the sudden change when we stopped on fourth down. It was a huge stop for us. We have been doing that, so kind of what we expect. It's great to see us get the ball down the field in that situation. But Gino did a good job, and the pass pro was there for us. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
All right, AJ, that's the end of the first half with the score tied at 7. Halftime next after these first half highlights.
All right, you guys, it's halftime. I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. Give me about 2 minutes. I'll be right back, y'all. Hummer said, yo, halftime, we are in it with some momentum. Am I free basing hopium here? I mean, a little bit, bro, a little bit. Jesse with the follow, salute. No name with the follow. Angelica with the follow, salute. Yeah, it's halftime right now. It's halftime. Not showing the game grump until you get your channel taken down. What we are doing is talking about the game, doing a little bit of play-by-play. Are you happy with the changes? Jay Hungry. This last drive, because our offense looked horrible all game. It was like nothing's changed. But this last drive, we actually looked good. Jesus Estrada with the follow, salute. Like, oh shit, Gunsmoke. I'm not even gonna say that, bro. Sorry guys, I'm sick, man. I'm trying not to sneeze right now. So basically, we looked the same. This last drive, we actually ran the ball consistently, right? We got some good runs. We got Ashton Genty kind of moving the ball, opened up the pass game, went for Brock Bowers, got a big pickup on Brock Bowers, and then Brock Bowers ended up wide open in the end zone, man. So I think that we're doing a good job. Greg Olson said it, right? We need to not be a team that just runs it when we can. We need to be a team that runs it when we want to. And that's very important because good teams don't just like, oh, well, we were able to run the ball, so we did. It's like if they want to run the ball, they run the ball. Frank said Herbert's injury might be a factor. It could be. It could be a factor for them. And we'll see what that turns out to, right? He's still playing, but he does have a messed up finger on that left hand. And even though it's not his throwing hand, it has a major effect, right? When you're hurt like that. Gunsmoke over here talking about washing toasters if we lose. That's crazy, bro. Holy shit. That was a crazy pick six there. DMX with the follow. Salute. Gunsmoke said, Al said that. Everyone said, take what they give you. Al said, take what you want. There we go. I love that. Absolutely love that. Leroy, go Raiders. I really want to play for either LSU or UNLV, then go to the Raiders. That's what's up, Leroy. What's up, Eddie? Frank said the offense is non-existent. Whose offense? You talking about Chargers offense? Because, I mean, that's what I would say. Chargers not looking very good on offense at all, which I think is why we're in this. Yeah, Chargers. Yeah, Chargers offense is like they're looking kind of rough right now, and I think a big part of that is that Justin Herbert has an injury. It looked like he broke his ring finger on his left hand. Vidal is rushing pretty good. 37. Yeah, that's not great. 14 for 37. Ashton Genty is 9 for 27. Brock Bowers has 57 yards receiving, 3 catches, and a touchdown. Greg, bro, you don't even show the game. Yeah, I don't show the game. I'd rather show the game. I wish I could show the game. What happens if you show your game? The game is that you're going to get taken down. And people always say, oh, it's the ads. It's the ads. It's not the ads. You think the ads are more protected than the NFL? There's a disclaimer on any NFL game. It says that, right? Like if you show this, basically it's fucking illegal. Now, do I think that the NFL is going to come sue me? Probably not. Do I think that my channel will get flagged and they'll take it down? Yeah, absolutely do think that. Would I rather show the game? Yeah, because I've seen that other streamers do that with like college football, baseball, things like that. I even got told by somebody that you just have to pretend like you're playing Madden. I've seen a lot of different stuff like that. And if you go and you look at their channels and you see what's happening, it's like the amount of followers they have and what their video content looks like. For one, it's always these throwaway channels that aren't serious, right? And I'm serious about my channel. I have YouTube, I have TikTok, I have Facebook, I have Twitch, and I take and Instagram, and I take these very seriously, right? And right now, yeah, would I get more followers on TikTok if I showed the game? Of course I would, right? But to risk getting that taken down, these other channels, it's like it's very clear that they have not lasted very long. Thank you, baby. My wife coming in clutch with a cup of coffee. Damn. She always says I make better coffee than her, but that coffee came out good as hell. Hummer says, Leroy, someone will put in the work, might as well be you. Put God first, give all you have all the time, and you won't be disappointed in yourself. Gus folks said, why would the ads care? Am I misunderstanding something? Yeah, I don't think that the ads would care at all, right? The commercials, they would love for me to be showing their shit for free, right? Because the commercials, they pay in order to have their stuff on NFL games. And I could be over here broadcasting it for free on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch. Yeah, why would they care? The NFL, on the other hand, they care. Callie said there's a big streamer on here that shows all the games. See, but how do they get away with it, right? Because that's definitely a better way to get followers, right? You're showing the game, a lot more people are going to come to your channel. That one's a no-brainer, and I would love to do that. But channels are getting taken down for this. And most of the channels that I've seen, it's like you can tell that, they've only been doing it for a couple of weeks because of the amount of followers that they have, because usually they'll have between 2,000 and 3,000 followers, right? And then boom, their channel disappears, but then you'll see them pop up on another channel. Trust me, I've looked into it. I've considered it because I'd rather do that. I've even considered making a different channel that, and not get my TikTok taken down and just do a different channel and just show the game like that. I don't know. Might be worth a try. But I got regulars over here, man, that they expect me on game day, Need the Raiders for a 4K parlay? You need us to win for a 4K parlay? Because that was kind of that's kind of an ill-advised bet. But it's 7-7 going into halftime, so oh yeah, by the way, they just played that ad that said that if not to that this is copyrighted material and blah blah blah. I don't know what he said. Honestly, I'm sick and I'm not paying attention that well. Bro, this coffee came out dope. My wife killing it right now.
I'm Andrew Catalan. We'll hear from AJ Ross in a moment. The Raiders offense finally got going late in that second quarter, and a big reason why, the play of Brock Bowers. Certainly, and they complimented with
Erica, you must have missed the big old thing that we were just talking about, but no, I'm not showing the game, man.
Momentum. And look, like any play caller who's good, you know who your playmakers are, and you find ways.
Corey Wagner with the follow, salute.
as good a playmaker at the tight end position there is in the
They're saying that we got that play, that drive going because we went to Brock Bowers, but we only threw to him twice on that drive. They were two big plays for sure.
Geno Smith with a laser shot. And guess what, folks? We're tied.
Homer said sacrificial channels. Problem is, however,
a moment ago, AJ.
you what? I can't see it, bro.
Is still playing with that left hand. What more might you need to see from a protection standpoint?
I can't read it because the comments kind of cut off. It's not your fault. It's on my end. When I do StreamYard on my phone, there's like a little cash symbol that sits in the way for some reason. I don't think I can move that.
Yeah, just play it on here. Feel good about our
Milton with the follow. Salute. You're good, Erica. Yeah, I know, man. I wish I could show the game, but that's what happens on TikTok is everybody jumps on here and it's just like, are you showing the game? Are you showing the game? And throughout the game, I probably repeat myself 50 times telling people, no, I'm not showing the game. At some point, I usually stop saying anything to it, but then people get all mad and, no, you're ignoring my comments, and it's like, no, I've just read that same comment from like 50 different people, I wish I could show the game. I might find a way to eventually.
This is Davis on the return. Davis turns it upfield at the 30.
Davis returns it up to about the 33-yard line.
Herbert, as we just showed you, 9 of 12 for 96 yards. And after that opening drive,
9 of 12 for 96 yards for Herbert.
Ever since Bill Walsh came into the league and talked about scripting plays, that became what is in vogue. Kyle Shanahan pre-scripts it to half of the 49ers. I think this half was very simply Greg Roman to Justin Herbert. What do you believe you can execute? And we have to fashion an offense based on what you believe you feel confident in being able to do. And that's where they'll go.
1st and 10, Chargers have the ball. Beginning of the third quarter. Herbert's going deep. Nothing there, though. Overthrown. Darian Porter Jr. with good coverage on that.
I feel like this Raiders team.
So like he kept that dude from getting there. So Gunsmoke, I think the way to do it is if I did do that, it would have to be on TikTok. I just don't know what I'd do with like the normal viewers that come to the page for TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Luis Mora with the follow. Salute. Corey with the follow. Salute.
You see the bounce in their step, the extra confidence they're playing.
2nd and 10. Herbert completed to McConkey. Jeremy Chin having trouble tackling McConkey, which is crazy.
3rd down and 2. Charles, you're talking
3rd and 2.
9 straight games against divisional opponents. That's the longest active streak and their second longest streak in franchise history. They're talking to some of the coaches.
Is it the Raiders or the Chargers?
They want to win a game for the
Henry with the follow. Salute.
The players they believe have both their butts on
3rd and 2.
Here's Vidal on 3rd down, and he
Oh my God, dude. He just got the perfect blocks, and he's going to run for a whole touchdown. That should have been stopped at the line of scrimmage, and then something fell apart, and they got a couple of good blocks. Turned into a huge run. Oh, man. Not even a minute into the third quarter.
68. Just the kick out block on Porter.
Devin White over pursued that. Porter got blocked.
Can get to him. And then
Hey, that was a block from the back, bro.
the great nephew of Hank Aaron.
They would have called that on us for sure. RT Bones no longer a tied game. It is now 14-7. Yeah, they blocked Porter from the back, man. That was messed up. Do I think Porter was going to get that play? No, I don't. But that's crazy.
Outdone. Not with the most powerful receptor on the Intuit platform. With a team of 8 agents who tackle jobs for you.
Devin with the sheriff salute. Thank you.
Discover new leads.
Yeah, Isaiah. I mean, we got it. We got to tackle, right? We got to be able to tackle. Raider 7528 said I was getting scared. You guys don't know Raider 7528 over here on YouTube. Always Team Tank, bro. He's committed to Team Tank. Keeps track of it really well, and right now we're at the number 4 pick.
Without much reason, create a new look this holiday.
Damn, bro.
He searched on Google.
That's crazy, man. There's not much to say about what happened just now, except for the fact of that we just flat out got beat on a run play, man, and he ran it to the house. That was a huge run, huge run. Devin White over pursued. Darian Porter got blocked from the back, no flag. And that just turned, and I thought about that too, man, when I was like, man, he just got the right blocks and went for a huge run. It was like, did they really block that good? Or is there going to be a flag? Should have been a flag, I think, but that's all right. Like I told you guys, man, I got low expectations for the Raiders, especially the offense right now. But when the defense messes up like that, it's like, come on, man.
Manny Vidal with his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season. Doing it in place of that man, O'Marion Hampton.
How many yards was that?
Be back next Monday against Philadelphia. Dicker picks it off. This is Loudby on the return. Nope.
Horchata. How about them Raiders? All right, we're going with the touchback on that.
What a win for the Texans. They're 4th in a row. They beat the Colts. The Jaguars now, because of that, move into first place in the AFC South. And out here in LA, the Rams. I
can't believe the Panthers beat the Rams.
Losing to the Panthers, 49ers over the Browns. Take a look at the updated AFC playoff picture with Jacksonville now taking over the division lead.
I like the fact that Kansas City is in the hunt and not in the playoffs. I love that. 49-yard run? That's crazy. Tino Smith dumps it to Ashton Genty. Oh, good stiff arm. Gets the first down before he's knocked out of bounds. Genty still knocked that dude on his ass, but he went down as well.
Just shorts and a shirt. I think we both had the same reaction, didn't we?
I want to tackle that guy. That's the bag on for.
He's like, I wouldn't want to tackle that guy. What? They're saying that was only a gain of 7? Did he step out of bounds or some shit? That's stupid, man. SPN, no, we are down. It's 7-14, 3rd quarter. 2nd and 3, Ashton Genty. Looks like he only got a yard and a half, maybe. Yeah, West Jersey with the Jets winning, we did move up. We need the Saints, the Titans, and the Giants to start, like, at least win a game. I don't know if any of those teams. We do play the Giants later on, though. 3rd and 1. Come on, man. Geno Smith gets sacked. It's like the throw wasn't there. Ashton Genty was open. What are you thinking? Giants play the Giants soon? That's crazy.
Jesse Minter just loaded up with
I guess Genty wasn't really open.
below 2.
Normally, he comes from the backside. That time, Jason, he came from the front side. And you have that good chest piece that you can use.
Oh, yeah, Raiders do play the Giants. That is facts. Right after Christmas.
That's the 22nd time
And
he's been hit
a
in the
punt.
last 2 games.
27th time that Geno Smith has been hit in the last 2 games. I guess he's in some discomfort on the sideline. Kenny Pickett time. Let's go. Hummer said, I swear Geno used to roll out and extend plays. When did that disappear? Yeah, I mean, that's one of the major malfunctions of our offense right now, man, is that, like, we absolutely do not get Geno Smith really extending plays at all. And that's supposed to be, like, the big key to us getting Geno Smith was like, oh, well, he can, he can scramble and he can extend plays. Well, he doesn't do that for us. Charles Griffin, what's up? How you doing? Paulie, sure, yeah, I'm broadcasting. But yeah, I mean, and you'd see that when he was on the Seahawks, he would definitely use his legs way more. And then for whatever reason, man, he just he doesn't do it now, right? And you'll see him like the throw's not there. He doesn't have his first read or his second read. And it's like he just like pump fakes and just ends up taking a sack. It's like, move, bro. Get moving. It's not there. Move. Hummer said, never want to see anyone get hurt, but Geno looks hurt, so let's get 15 on the field. Yeah, I mean, it sucks. I'd rather it be Aiden O'Connell, but since he's on the inactive list, Kenny Pickett time, let's send it. Knowing Pete Carroll, though, he's going to put an injured Geno Smith out there. Bro, why won't it show me that? Oh, yeah, it's like it's like Pete told Geno not to worry about his job. No shit, man. He probably did tell him that. Hummer said DC4 used to scramble but never could as good since 2016 leg break. I mean, no, Geno didn't really get hurt in a way that stopped his scrambling and extending of plays. Jake Cutler. Peter, what are you talking about, bro?
LA takes over at its own.
West Jersey, they did not start the 2 rookie offensive linemen. They did start one of them, though. Caleb Rogers. Vidal picks up about 5 yards.
AJ Ross, we talked about it at the top of the ball game. Playoff intensity, 1 game each time, the whole deal. Do you feel that intensity from the Chargers, and did it pick up after the Vidal touchdown?
Oh, definitely. That Chargers sideline was recharged after that Vidal touchdown. And they also are actually acting like a team like they've been here before. They've been
Second and 5.
Things weren't going in their favor, so to speak, in the first half with those stops in the red zone. So, yes, Vidal touchdown definitely gave them a bump in energy, but they've also just stayed consistent throughout time.
AJ Vidal now over 100 yards.
Pressure. Malcolm Kuntz.
The bottom of that pile was Malcolm Kuntz.
There we go. Malcolm Kuntz gets his second sack.
Jason, don't you think the Raiders use clock with all that batting? Break it the ball.
Hummer said last game they showed Geno getting sacked and no lineman helping them up. This game they pan away. Is anyone watching where they are showing it? Yeah, I don't know, man. That's crazy though if they're not helping him. Third and 8. My voice is starting to go too. Oh, pressure. Crosby was sack number 2. That's 2 sacks in a row, man. Kuntz on one, Crosby on the other. Chris to go. Is your blood pressure as high as mine? Damn, Gino. Nah, man. I mean, I lost attachment to us winning several weeks back.
Look at the penetration that they're all getting. Forcing Justin Herbert to step all the way up.
That live was probably crazy, man. I was pissed off. And I went on a big old rant afterwards. And then since then, it's just been like, it's whatever. And the Chargers punt the ball. Defense showed up again. Alex Bachman lost his footing, had nowhere to go.
It's a 1 yard return for a 58-yard punt.
1 yard return, huh? Crosby saw Coons and said, I want some. Hummer. Man. So the defense showed up. They got the stop after that awful, huge run that they gave up to Vidal to start the second half. There's a 59-yard touchdown run. They showed up this time, sacked Herbert twice in a row, got us the ball back. David said we have probably the worst offense in the league. I actually think that we're the second worst to the Titans. But yeah, man, it's crazy. And really, our defense isn't super great, but they play well enough to keep us in games. If our offense could actually just score, our defense, by default, would just look better. It'd be like, oh, well, yeah, they gave up this play or that play, but this was the outcome of the game, you know? Yeah, David, yeah, we have a decent defense, but that's about it. Decent. It's very hit and miss, but I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that we just cannot we can't keep the ball on offense. We can't put up points. So our defense is always playing from behind and playing off a lot of 3 and outs and stuff, and they're tired, they're gassed. So that definitely has a huge effect on them. Second worst offense and the second worst O-line. That's crazy, Homer. Broncos and Commanders tonight. Tomorrow, Giants and Patriots. That might be a trap game for the Patriots. David said, don't even get me started on our O-line. At least we've been playing one of the rookies. And then there was, what was his name, bro? We haven't played that dude at all yet, but he got some reps too. We're actually getting some reps out of some linemen that we don't normally get. And is it Pete Carroll that was, holding it back before, or was it Chip Kelly? Might have been Chip Kelly was like, don't put those guys on my line. Ashton Genty with the 3-yard run. But Caleb Rogers is definitely out there, and I like it. Get him some reps. I would love to see Charles Grant out there, too. Oh.
10-7, Bills and
10-7, Bills Saints. Aaron Rodgers got sacked and fumbled it. That's crazy. My wife's a Steelers fan,
Second down and 7, it's Genty.
Genty gets hit at the line, picks up about 1.5 yards.
Spent 2 seasons with
Denzel Perryman.
Denzel Perryman, another old school downhill linebacker who is looking for that running play. He's going to fly downhill. I don't know about that front foot. That was a little bit off the mark on the celebration.
Yo, that's crazy.
He's like, you want me to front flip? You want me to add something?
Yeah, those injuries are holding us back on our offensive line for sure, David.
3rd and 5.
Got to get rid of it. Stupid ass Gino. Gino gets sacked. Khalil Mack. I mean, Crosby trying to, he's got Khalil Mack on the other side. He wants to show a little something, something. That's why he's got 2 sacks.
And here comes the rush after that. And Khalil Mack just taking DJ Glaze and walking him right back into below two's arms.
Oh, Khalil Mack didn't even get that sack. Why are they calling his name like that then? Raiders going to punt the ball.
11 games in the books. Rest up and strong. That's how he spent his bye week. Well, today, Davis got the sideline strong. LA will have good field position for Justin Herbert.
That wasn't that great of a punt for AJ Cole. That's kind of crazy, honestly.
Engines ran. I listen.
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Day. Were you
Yeah, it gets old losing play after play to ex-Raiders. No, dude, that's facts, bro. Why did that come up as a fucking Yahoo, bro? There we go. Damn, Vikings 19-0. Doing bad over there. Is this thing right? So our time of possession, they've had the ball for 23 minutes. We've had it for 14:30. Do we really only have 83 total yards? Is that facts? Chargers have 226. Hey, you can't win a game with 83 total yards. That's crazy, bro. No, that's not facts because Geno Smith has 83 passing yards. This thing needs to get its shit together. Genti has 34 rushing yards. So it's still not great. I mean, we're looking at what? 117? It's drunk. Ashton Genti only had 7 yards receiving. That's crazy.
Sideline on Tyre Boo. And Catalog, thank you for joining us. At the NFL on
Martin with the follow salute.
Justin Herbert once again under pressure. The story of his season. 10 out of 14.
1st and 10. Chargers on their own 40. Oh, Max Crosby was held, bro. 4-yard rush by Herbert. He slides down. We should have had a flag on that one. That was a nasty hold. I get it. Crosby gets hold constantly, but that one was disgusting.
And this time, I think it was Matt Locke.
See, they even circled it.
Very legitimate case that he was held on that play. Tough enough for an offensive tackle, is it, Jason? You throw a fullback out there on a pass rusher. They're good blockers, but being able to move their feet, stay with them, it's a lot harder task. Bell running left, and behind by Jonah.
I got confused on that because it looked like Max was about to wrap up Herbert. I was like, did Herbert still have the ball?
Justin Herbert will have words in between this play. It was something for Max Crosby before this game. And we chatted with him. He said everyone talks about his rivalry with Patrick Mahomes, but Justin Herbert is right there. They've had some battles over the years. And when you have a 3rd and 5 situation
You better believe no Max Crosby is 3 snaps.
3rd and 5.
Certainly a number of Raiders fans in the building. He was trying to fire him up with his 3rd down and 5 play. Herbert on the slant.
Herbert completed.
Great throw and catch to Trey Harris.
Devin White with the tackle.
For a gain of 15.
Gain of 15, definitely a first down.
3rd and 5, and on this one,
Hummer, what are you talking about? Some numbers guy needs to get his poop in the group.
was get the ball out of Justin Herbert's hands quickly. His drop that game
What's up, too slow?
turned into a tough pass.
Hey, True, today has not been a good day, but I'll watch while dealing with some stuff. Hey, glad you made it, man. Sorry you got some things going on, man.
This ball was out of his hand. Here's Patterson getting a hit. Comes up to make the play.
Yeah, you can't see the game because the game is not being shown. That's why.
This defense has got to find a way to force a field goal attempt with this. Shid now has 11 tackles today. Came in as the 2nd leading tackler for Las Vegas behind Devin White. That's his 15th career game of 10 tackles or more.
2nd and 8. Yeah, they're saying that we have 83 total yards. That's crazy. Huge run by the Chargers. Their 3rd string running back running down. That's crazy. Salute to you, Hummer.
At the second of the defense, so Patterson was able to work the contact with Crosby. Then there was nobody left, and that's how you get the big there. And when his Raiders defense was trying to get him back to the line, negative play, trying to get the charge out of rhythm. They answered there, then for the big play on drive. Patterson again.
Patterson rushed for about 3 yards that time.
60 yards plus 16. It's coming off the 6-low 2 weeks ago in Texas. It's interesting when these guys like Jared Patterson get an opportunity. We often forget that they were.
Scott, the score is 7-14. 3:30 left in the 3rd quarter. Chargers have the ball. It's 2nd and 7. I think that they're in the red zone on the Raiders side, man. Yeah, you're welcome, man. Yeah, Chargers on the 12-yard line. Another handoff. We just can't stop the run, man. About a yard shy of a first down on that one.
That's how Greg Roman found a way to get that running back in what we call the dunk.
If the Chargers scored a touchdown here, you could just wrap up this whole game, man.
Without really just Wilson on 32. Herbert looking to run. Touchdown throws. Touchdown.
Touchdown Chargers. Oh no, Hummer, that's not even Vidal's not even their starter. Hampton's their starter, but he's out injured.
Touchdown this season.
McConkey with the touchdown.
Well, yeah. He had a goal on this play as well. When he did get it early,
Yeah, David. Chip Kelly's probably sitting there thinking, I told you it wasn't my fault. 80 yards? Yeah.
Early didn't get it. So McConkey faked like he's deeper in the end zone and came back towards the spot. Presented his number 15 right back to Herbert. He puts the ball right up. Herbert took a shot. Roberts there. No penalty on the play. He plays 60 yards right and now it's good for the extra point. 21-7.
Yep. 21-7.
It's a
14-point game.
So the clock in the end today, Jim Harbaugh is holding on to 7.
All right, guys, hold on. I'll be right back. All right, you guys, did I miss anything? Gino dumps it to Genty. Maybe gets a half a yard. That's crazy.
It appears to be tough to me, guys, for Greg Olson. Is that with an offensive line that is continuing to shuffle around and you guys playing and all that, he's not really willing to get a lot of guys out of the route. That's a 2-person route. And they didn't really face extra pressure. But he just wants to make sure things are somewhat solid in front of Gino. As Andrew's articulated, he's been hit a lot over the last 2 weeks. 2nd and 9. Back to Genty.
Dump to Genty again. There we go. Genty breaks the tackle. Pick up about 8 yards. David said at this point of the game where the Raiders no longer run the ball, so now it is in Geno Smith's hands equals done deal. Facts. Down 14 in the third should not be heartbreaking, but this O-line and QB Yeah, I mean, that shouldn't be like game's over, but with this offense, it is. Yeah, Alex. Yeah, they were tied at halftime, but that third quarter, we gave up 2 touchdowns. Haven't done about shit on offense. Chargers call timeout. J Rod with the follow. Salute. Patrick says, Fernando Mendoza, you are now a Raider. That's a pretty likely scenario at this point. Because above us is the Titans, the Saints, and the Giants, and they all have a quarterback. Well, Tyler, so, I mean, for the Saints, I don't know if they're convinced that he's their quarterback. So it'd be helpful if the Saints win a game. 3rd and 1. Incomplete. Jack Bash gets hit.
We're getting to that spot in the game where we have to go for it.
Yeah, it's 4th and 1. Probably go for it.
15 points per ball game. Yeah, one big drive today to get you 7. I think you can probably look and keep continuing a lot of defense. Give it back to you. That's what we're at this point.
If we lose, you think we're a second pick? I don't know. 4th and 1. Handoff to Genty. Got tripped up in the backfield. Does not get the yard. Turnover on downs.
Los Angeles football. This is where True Raiders has really increased his game run defense. He knew he was an excellent pass rusher coming out of Ohio State. He's got better off the edge and stouter against the run. And on that play, he just worked his
Sorry, guys. I'm trying not to sneeze right now.
inside to make the play in the backfield.
That turnover on downs is disgusting. I'm so sick of seeing mopey ass Geno Smith on the sideline, man. So sick of it. Tyree Wilson gets the tackle on Vidal. Looks like a loss of at least a yard.
We told his game today. First round pick 2 years ago at Texas Tech. Tough guy in the office. Geno's right at the 2 yards. Been sacked 3 times. It is at 30 yards on the line. Vegas has gone 6 straight for 75 yards.
And Danny, I'm not even embarrassed for our team anymore, man. It's more of just like running out the rest of the season because this has been a shit year. Pretty boy said time to rebuild the whole team because every game, same outcome. And that's facts, man. It's like the same thing over and over and over. We had one drive that the offense actually looked like decent, like a little bit at least, and that's about it, man. The rest has been Geno Smith not being able to find anybody open, which is amazing. How is Brock Bowers just never open, right? Like, you think Brock Bowers is only open 3 times? I mean, if Brock Bowers has a guy on him, he's open. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, boy, I agree that like the whole thing with Tom Brady being part owner, you'd think would have brought in more talent, and he tried to, right? He tried to get Matthew Stafford, he tried to get Ben Johnson, and to be fair, if we had Ben Johnson and Matthew Stafford, this Raiders team would look a whole lot different. But that's just not the way it turned out, you know. Susan said, Seattle laughing hard for the Raiders paying their old garbage. Facts. It's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Oh man. Sorry guys, I'm sick right now, so I'm having trouble. My eyes are burning. Surge, still got a chance? Chance at what, man? To maybe come back in this game? Most teams, I would say, yeah, it's not over. This Raiders offense, nah. Yeah, Tim, and that's hard, right? Is like Genti getting drafted so high, and then he just like gets ankle tackled constantly and just doesn't get proper blocking. Like, I mean, it is what it is, man. When you have an awful offensive line, like it's hard to run the ball. When you have a quarterback that sucks so bad, it's hard to run the ball.
SoFi Stadium.
Going into quarter number 4.
The Chargers on top of the Raiders, 21-7.
Rollo, why are we so bad? The only time that we were decent, John Gruden had emails leaked. Henry Ruggs had a fucking killed somebody in his car. Like, been crazy. McConkey catches it, but it looks like he was out of bounds.
4th down and 6. See what you want ball off.
Yeah, Rollo. Raiders draft the top running back, but forget they need an offensive line. And that was the kicker, right? Is that we didn't invest in offensive line in free agency, which is weird.
Long 59. That happened.
Hummer, did he mean a chance to throw some interceptions? Could be.
Field goals from beyond 50 yards. It's 3 out of 4. In the whole
All right. Chargers, Dicker the kicker. Field goal is good.
56 yards away to its lead. It's now 24-7.
Patrick, we can't put JPJ back at center because he's injured. Probably out for season. Yeah. So now the score is 24-7. Chargers take a three possession lead. We're in the 4th quarter. Safe to say that it's a wrap. Rollo had Raiders winning 17-14. Well, that didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. No, we really haven't had a top O line in a while, man. Oh, Rollo, you haven't been watching this team, huh? This game is over. Craig with the follow, salute. Patrick said, never getting hyped again in the offseason. Yeah, I mean, that's already a couple years in a row for me that I've gotten hyped up and then it just turns into a shit show, man. It's like, wow, like we were really misled bad. Susan said Tom Brady been killing us since the Tuck rule made him. Yeah, there was a bunch of memes about Tom Brady owning the Raiders since the Tuck rule, and then now literally does own the Raiders. It's crazy. Hummer said 2016 was the last good O line that we had. Yeah, yeah. I would say that that's probably the best O line that I can think of for a while. Yeah, the difference, Rollo, is that the Broncos actually have an offense that can move the ball. So when you guys scored 33 points in the 4th quarter, like that's, Raiders aren't about to do that. At this point, are the Raiders even trying? I mean, the harsh part is that, yes, the Raiders are trying. Man. You don't think that they're trying? Because I think they are. I think that we just suck that bad. All right. John Loudly takes the knee, touchback. I missed when Sneakerology and I'm Sober sent chili and a heart meat. Salute to you guys, man. Oh, 21 chilies. Salute to you on that, Sneakerology. Sammy, no, he doesn't have a lower body injury. He just doesn't run. It's weird. Phil with the follow. Salute. Definitely not logo and colors.
You can see what the Raiders did do. There's plenty of time. It's a really tough spot. You know, it's good to understand.
Raiders starting on the 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Play action. Geno Smith steps up slightly, goes for the check down, gets batted down at the line of scrimmage. See, what's Geno Smith's excuses now? What's the excuses now? Charles, I think Geno's been a huge issue. Chip Kelly sucked. Geno also sucks. Completed a Dante Thornton Jr., who gets a first down, takes a huge hit. I thought he was going to stay on the ground, honestly. Sorry, guys. My eyes are burning. I'm having a hard time right now. For those of you guys that don't know, I'm sick today. I'm still trying to do the stream, man, but I'm struggling. I am struggling.
Okay, boy, Dante Thornton said we're okay today. Exactly the best way to celebrate. Like that.
Oh, completed to Ian Thomas. Looked like he picked up about 8 yards. I was about to get mad at Geno for not throwing it to a wide open Brock Bowers there, but second and 2. Yeah, Don Frank, we shouldn't run it back with Geno next year, but if we keep Pete, we'll probably keep Geno. Geno Smith to the sideline for Trey Tucker. Caught, so that's a first down. First and 10, 13 minutes left in the game. But check down to Genty, which was thrown very low. Genty caught it. Looks like he picked up about 5 yards on that. Yeah, no, that's not how it goes for us, Rollo. You'll see. Yeah, Don Frank, we will not go anywhere again if we keep Geno. But if we draft offensive lineman in the first round and keep Geno, it means that they want a quarterback in next year's draft. Hand off to Genty, gets blown up. Antonio Mafi just got thrown on his ass. That's crazy. Third and 6. Completed to Tyler Lockett. First down. I knew that was gonna finally force out the sneeze, man.
We got in a bunch in this play, 3 guys close together, and Tyler Lockett is coming right now. That's the choice between those 2 guys. You don't think it's struggled this year. Go back to watch. Some of his best goals have been to Tyler Lockett. It's chemistry and the relationship between those 2 from the days in Seattle. Hard to believe.
What do we have? Like 4 wide receiver 4s? Only the second, third down conversion for us. Dump off to Genty, makes somebody miss, picks up about 4 or 5 on that. I'm friendly, thank you. Yeah, Seahawks are doing better without Pete Carroll.
But you see the explosive nature and something, this natural ability he has. And he gets the ball in space and is hitting another guy one-on-one. He's made people that's all I do and don't have to produce. Gino, the thanks.
Jack Bash completed for a first down.
Right off the spot, doesn't tag him down. And Ben's trying to stand and come off the ground quickly. Because if he tags him down, I think he's got the first down, Andrew, right here. But he down. He doesn't. He waits for him, and he's going to punch the ball out. He waited for a little jab in there. So just tagging him down and finishing off the play. Absolutely.
What QB is good in this draft? Fernando Mendoza really is like the only quarterback I would even consider taking. Gino gets it to Trey Tucker. Pickup of 8 yards. They might give us 9 on that. Been putting up Christmas stuff. Just turned on. Was the first half decent? Yeah. We went into halftime tied 7-7. And then the third quarter, we gave up 2 touchdowns. Fourth quarter, we gave up field goal. 2nd and 2. Pitched it to Genty, way behind the line of scrimmage. 1 yard loss. Why would we give it to him that far behind the line of scrimmage? I hate that. We just keep doing that. Although if we end up with Mendoza, we better pick up an offensive lineman in the 2nd round. Or invest in free agency. I don't know who's going to be available. 3rd and 3. We are on the 4 yard line. Technically, we can get a first down. Throwing to Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders. What? They called it back because the Chargers had a fucking timeout, man. John Davis with the follow. Salute. Yeah, now we're not going to convert. Now we're not going to get the fucking touchdown, man. That's just how we fucking go. Third and 3. 1-on-1 matchup on Bowers. Except he incomplete. There's a flag. Pass interference. I'm friendly. The score is 7-24. Chargers whooping our asses. Hummer, I agree. We do need offensive line before QB. David King said Mendoza is not a difference maker quarterback. I'd rather the Raiders draft Marcel Reed from Texas A&M. I'd rather us go offensive line or just trenches in the first 2 rounds.
Both of them got hands on.
Maybe pick up a quarterback in the 3rd round just to see what's up. Quarterback next year, and that sucks. Geno Smith got tripped. We were on the 1-yard line.
They may go ahead and score on this drive. That part right there is emblematic of the Raiders.
What the fuck was that?
You have to good. Who do you flip on? Offensive lineman? Yeah. Offensive tackle? Yeah. Center.
That's what happens when you put in Alex Cappa at center.
The first time he played center since 2018 preseason.
Well, we were on the 1-yard line. Now we're on the 6-yard line. Blitz. Oh, Brock Bowers with the one-handed catch, touchdown. Holy shit, that was a catch. I don't know how that looked like he threw it away. Bowers said, no. We're not throwing that away. Look at this. What the fuck?
It was so good. They just said, watching the ball never touches.
That's crazy.
He had control as he brought it in. Watch as he brings it in right there. That took the ball.
Brock Bowers is just him, bro.
Second touchdown.
Kick is good. So now it's a 10-point game with 7:49 left. But it's almost like you continue to target Brock Bowers and shit's gonna happen. Hey, Rollo, keep it chill, bro. You've been chill. So Raiders were able to move the ball down the field on that, but let's face it, it's 4th quarter. Chargers are, up by 17. So they're just looking at don't do anything stupid, And we got down the field and we scored. But now it's a 10-point game. Armando was good, man. Yeah, I was pretty convinced once they said that the Chargers got the timeout and the first touchdown, we're not going to do shit, right? And then we end up with that pass interference. And it's like, okay, well, now we can run the ball in. We didn't call a running play. Geno Smith gets tripped by Alex Cappa. We lose 5 yards. And it's like, okay, now we're screwed. I was sure that Geno Smith was throwing that ball away. He saw the blitz. He just threw it in the direction, and Brock Bowers said, no, we're gonna make this a touchdown. Yeah, Geno Smith basically getting his trash time stats. Unless we figure out how to score twice in less than 8 minutes. Not impossible, but this Raiders offense is crazy. Rollo thinks that we're going to make a comeback today. The Chargers are going to choke. Trader Trash Boy, yes, I do agree that Bowers is the best tight end in the league. For sure.
Brock Bowers now has 5 touchdowns on the year. They've come in just 2 games, 3 against Jacksonville and 2 today. They've yet to win a game where he catches a touchdown in his career.
Imagine if we had a real QB, Patrick.
7:49 on the clock, they trail by 10.
Yeah. They could actually get Bowers the ball.
The defense is
Yeah.
giving them opportunities throughout. Let's have another one here.
Doom, yeah. Bowers definitely carries this team. If we could actually block for Genty, that 1-2 punch could be insane. Yeah, you're not wrong, David. By the time we get the ball back, there's not going to be much time. See if the defense can show up because they've been getting us the ball back, and then the offense doesn't deliver.
It just goes down. Basically, has the back of his arm on the ground, is able to scoop this ball up. Just unbelievable concentration and ability to haul that pass in. He's been a weapon in the red zone, and we continue to point him out. At some point, they're going to start to double team that guy when he's down there. He essentially played off the body of Cam Hart to make a one
handoff. Look like a gain of 4.
Andrew, history for Josh Allen.
Gunsmoke, we're lucky to have him.
For quarterbacks, number 76 in his career on the ground. 23-7 Bills in Pittsburgh. 24th, back to you.
Josh Allen has the most rushing touchdowns by a QB of all time.
Mentioned earlier, without their 2 starting tackles on the offense.
Doom, you're correct about that statement.
Cincinnati. Pittsburgh loses this game. Cincinnati is 2 back in the loss column with 5.
Ezra, it's because it seemed like it was a good idea. Vidal gets wrapped up in the background. Tyree Wilson slowed him down. Adams came and cleaned it up.
Now for Patrick Graham and his defense on a big 3rd down after a 2nd down stuff of creating a negative play but get Vidal on the ground. You come after Justin Herbert and you sit back and play zone and try to force him to check the ball down and come up and rally and make a tackle.
3rd and 8.
You said go ahead and beat Patrick Graham. If it's him, there's going to be a number.
3rd and 8. This is a big one.
They're down at 8. Herbert steps up. Now
pretty much no pressure. McConkey gets a 1st down, man.
Justin Herbert. Jeremy Chin on the tackle.
If you're not going to put pressure, if you're not going to blitz, then you need to keep them to a check down. It's crazy.
You and make plays to help you. Look at McConkey. Sees his quarterback in trouble and finds an open spot.
That is crazy.
Look at him as he gets away from Chin. Here I am. Man.
Oh, Rallo, are the Steelers doing bad today?
Give him that much time to be able to make those throws outside of the pocket. No blow.
Cosby couldn't get to him in time. Runs for about 6 yards.
Some guy wearing.
Is it Vidal or Vidal?
What do you call his uniform again? Supercharged.
Raiders DC is Patrick Graham. He used to be with the Giants. He's been with us for what, 4 years now?
6 years.
Might only be 3.
Because he's quieter, right? His nature. Remember him come back off and like, he's a leadership. Great. Well, you can take that and take it up.
2nd and 3. Max Crosby with a huge tackle for loss. Oh, it was only a 2-yard loss, but I mean, huge timing. Huge timing.
He's got 4 tackles for a loss today. Jason, isn't he hard enough to deal with when you try to block him? Then when you just leave him alone? And what it was they had someone pulling around to make the kick-out block. He is so fast off the ball.
Yeah, it rarely happens, Rollo, that they don't block Crosby. And usually it's because they're running the other way. But he catches them. It's quick. Completed again. Now there's only 4 minutes left. There ain't no way at this point.
I think they're going to get somebody maybe someone hit Herbert Crosby. I think Crosby was the one. He's now having some words with the Los Angeles.
Damn, the Vikings got shut out, David.
The team is going to want to have a little conversation.
There's a flag out.
by Johnston, who struggled sometimes with some drops. But on that play, he made a heck of an adjustment. Let's watch the end of the throw. Right there. Right there.
Oh, shit. Crosby pushed down Herbert? Unsportsmanlike conduct. Come on, Crosby. What the hell did Herbert say?
And Max Crosby's here to get him a little fired up there. Hey, competitors compete. These guys are going out there going toe to toe. That's all one of the Chargers.
That's crazy, man. Come on, Crosby.
On the Chargers sideline, Eric Stokes was along the Chargers sideline. Isaiah Bowman was able to bring him over. This one almost erupted. Derwin James was trying to get Quick Johnston back.
That's crazy.
Guys coming up on our sideline.
Gotta lead by example, Crosby.
Did see in the Raiders huddle, Crosby gathered everyone around and told him, "My bad, that's on me." A good job by Jim Harbaugh and his coaches policing up their sidelines so guys don't come off of it and escalate what started. So the ball is now at the 27-yard line. Patterson able to lose pressure from White, but then
Come on, Devin. Why you gotta finish the tackle, bro? Acting like it's done.
timeout. Will step aside as well with 3:48 to go.
Rollo is before that shove that this game was over, man. It's once we let them get first downs, and that constantly happens to us when we're in these like end of game situations where it's like, well, maybe there could be a comeback. They just get first down after first down after first down. They drain the clock. And even if we had an offense that could get it done, there's no time. It just is what happens to us, man. What jersey? Max Crosby. Damn, David King. How does the most winningest team in all of professional sports go to the most losing team in sports? I mean, balance, I guess, man. And that's the thing about the Raiders, right? It's like we had that title for a long time, and then we've fallen off for a long time, man. It's been 20 years, over 20 years of almost nothing but losing seasons. Yeah, Alex. I mean, I don't see the Raiders being in a position to win any games. There was a little moment when after we scored that first touchdown, where it's like, all right, well, maybe things are going to kind of turn around, and maybe we do end up winning, right? But we quickly let them score in the second half, and it just fell apart right after that. That second touchdown that we got, while it was a nice looking touchdown, it's pretty much garbage time. It wouldn't be garbage time if we could get the ball back, but the hell? That's a weird commercial, bro. Broncos and Raiders next Sunday, huh? Damn.
Second down and 9 out of the timeout. Two timeouts left for Las Vegas. A timeout, but it's been a very emotional last few minutes here at SoFi State.
He was telling Justin Herbert, because Jason, you said something in the break, I think you're right. Justin Herbert was yelling in glee about the play, but not necessarily to Max Crosby. Then you saw Max Crosby explaining, you were yelling in my ear. Well, okay, but and Max just reacted afterwards. He's like, all right, we're good, right? It's Trey, I'm going to start 32, and he picks up that first thing.
Another first down. See, and the Chargers just get to run the clock, run the clock, run the clock.
The third time this is why they keep putting up third down. But for the Raiders defense, like the third down situations, the coverage was just been a little bit too soft. Back when they hit it now, but overall, drive we talk about they're going to come back to Justin Herbert, and they just haven't done so. Going on Las Vegas, and if this result stands, it would be the 10th consecutive divisional loss for the Raiders. The
10th divisional loss consecutively. 10th consecutive divisional loss.
I'm going to go back to this third down that you brought up. But this is ball game, right? This is your opportunity. I'm looking at time of possession. Right now it's 34 minutes.
We've let them convert on 12 out of 17 third downs.
The defense been
That's crazy. .258 left in the game. Patterson run of 2 yards.
Tonight on CBS begins with 60 minutes and the 18-year-old soccer sensation Lamine Yamal. A new episodes of Travel Music Competition Series The Road plus Boston Blue tonight. Sunday. The SoFi Stadium, and what a pivotal game this is for the Chargers. Tough schedule coming in.
What if the Chargers fumble and Gino throws a pick? I mean, that would be the only way that we even get back in this game, right? Is if we create a turnover right now, take the ball down quickly and score, and then recover an onside kick. Like, I mean, I don't have that kind of hopium, you know. Another first down.
They've gone to this toss to the outside multiple times this afternoon.
Well, they're probably going to score a touchdown on us, and then the box score will actually look like as bad as this game is, because really it's not a 10-point game. The Chargers have been in control the entire game. Entire freaking game. There was one brief moment in the first half that it looked like, oh, well, maybe the Raiders are in this. But they let us know within the first minute of the second half, like, no, you're not. You're not in this.
Chargers, with 2 minutes to go, up by 10.
Damn, Isaac, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, Raiders only 25 rushing yards, Chargers 192. Yeah, they've just run the ball all game. Run. And it's crazy. And then because they're running it so damn much and so damn well, whenever they pass the ball, they get completions because the run game sets that up. But yeah, they really did have us sold on, like, you know, Pete Carroll is going to be able to turn this ship around and all this stuff. Crazy, right? Hummer said, true, last game you were quiet like this and exploded, and after game, looking same today. What's your MO? No rage to all rage? Nah, man. There's no there's no rage today, man. I'm sick. I'm not feeling well. Our team sucks. Maybe they'll at least do something right and get us a top 3 pick, you know? We'll see. Because I mean, let's face it, right? I'm never about a tank, but at this point in the season, it's like we got to get a pick, you know. And I get it why people say, "Well, tank," you know, but tanking and losing two different things. What sucks is that like we're not even competitive in our losses. At least Brock Bowers had a couple of good touchdowns today.
Only for what you need.
Back in SoFi. Interesting outfits out there.
So what the-
Chargers trying to go to 8-4. If they do, they would be winners in 4 of their last 5 games. 38 rushing plays.
No, Junior, we're not going to beat the Donkeys or the Eagles. I don't have any weird expectations of that. And if the Giants beat us, then we're really going to move up, you know? And touchdown, Chargers. No, never picking a new team. Yeah, this is more reflective of how the game has actually gone, right?
Frustrating day at the office for Max Crosby in Las Vegas. We got Artie runs there. He's met by Devin White. Maulu. Is that Maulu down there? Or is that Fotu? Fotu. Fotu 95.
See, loco, like when you have backup running backs running this well, a lot of it shows of that, like, if you don't have an offensive line, you can't expect your running backs to actually perform well.
17. Max 30 point.
So right now they need to not have Brock Bowers and Ashton Genty on the field, but I guarantee you they're going to have them out there, and that's the problem with Pete Carroll. That is the problem with Pete Carroll is that he's going to have his guys out there, his main star players out there trying to get hurt. It should be Dylan Lowry and Ian Thomas.
This is what Marion Hampton coming back to practice this past.
It's not rocket science, but he's going to have his starters out there. Watch.
Getting into the playoffs and on a tough stretch to finish out the regular season. It'll be big for them.
I'm hoping he's not that dumb, but I believe he probably is because that's what he's shown us all year.
But he said, I feel like we're finally starting to get some depth. We're starting to understand our roles. It's certainly a big part of starting Salyer at left tackle. And it does appear, Jason, that they've given Herbert just enough time for them to get the run game going and give Justin some opportunities in the pass game.
Mostert tripped up. Probably about the 34-yard line is where they'll mark him down.
Bills and the Steelers. 2 minutes to go in that one. 194 Washington, Los Angeles. They only allowed 4 quarterback hits. Credit to that offensive line. Stepping up.
Mostert should have been a good pickup, but he hasn't done shit, really. Geno Smith gets sacked. Shocker.
on the ground before their body because the Jacksonville Jaguars. They've been stellar this afternoon, stopping the run, getting after Geno Smith, only allowing 14 points in response.
Yep. Brock Bowers, Genty, out there trying to get your star players hurt. Take your starters out of the game. Oh, Geno Smith finally runs to his right, throws it away though. Just take a knee, fucking Geno. It's crap. What? I didn't say that. Who said that? Indianapolis down to a wild card all of a sudden.
In the Chiefs right now outside of the playoffs. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens.
Colts have definitely fallen off.
AFC's probably been as open as we can think of in recent years. Let's see which team's going to be able to finish.
4th and 13. They run it with Raheem Mostert.
So the last 2 games, sacked a total of 15 times.
15 times Geno Smith was sacked in the last 2 games.
Quarterbacks in those 2 games were answered.
That's crazy. Yeah, Rollo, Danny Dimes has a fractured fibula. Still playing through it. Well, and that's a wrap, you guys. 31-14. Some highlights from the game is Brock Bowers. Yeah, Crosby had 2 sacks. That was cool. Malcolm Kuntz had 1.
This is what lies ahead. Home against the Eagles. 3 tough road games. Chiefs, Cowboys, and Broncos. And then the Texans playing a lot better. They will host the Texans. But
that Bowers catch was the catch of the year so far. Yeah, Rollo, that catch was insane, right? But look, you guys, I'm not even going to do any kind of breakdowns or anything weird like that, man. I fucking feel like shit. I'm surprised I made it through this whole live. I'm going to go get some rest, you guys. I'll be putting out a couple of videos in the next couple of days. And I'll definitely be live next week for the game, you know? So salute to all y'all diehards that are in here with me, man. You guys are the real ones. Until next time, man. I love you, nation. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Right? All right, man. Let's see. I don't even know how to end this shit from the phone, man. That's crazy.